Pharaoh?
Nah,
Yes,
it's
sir.
alright. I mean,
We're live!
We're officially back at it, man. It's look nice.
But you're looking at it so passionately.
Coming at you with another episode of the A.C.B.A. podcast.
Hello!
Got my man Emiya Starlock over there, high on shrooms. He's on shrooms. So we got Rick Dom, Pharaoh Black. We light tonight, but we're gonna talk heavy.
Very heavy.
he took all day to write that shit, so y'all better like it.
Hello. Welcome to the chat. Damn, what do I say next? What's up, motherfuckers? I don't know. What do I do?
Pep says, "Say something heavy." He's like, "All right, yeah, I'm gonna go with that."
Pharaoh writes everything, everybody's stuff. So I don't know why he's making these jokes. He writes the whole podcast.
Right.
Damn.
Pharaoh's podcast. I told y'all.
Michael Jordan, lower in price to $19.99 on all Jordans.
Nope.
That's
Nope.
the biggest lie I've ever heard in my
I was
life.
in the barbershop and seeing that shit. It was like, yeah, okay.
Funny stuff. So what we talking about tonight, Rick?
Man, we got a lot of good topics going on, but before we get into that, what's everybody been up to? What's been going on in your world of the panelists here? Boog, what you been up to this past week?
Well, for the last 15 minutes, I've been punching Peppy in the head, so that's what we're going to get on.
DV.
Spousal abuse. Spousal abuse.
But this week, I don't know, man. This week was cool. New Year's just passed. I didn't do anything special. Just me and my lady just had some dinner and some drinks, and we just chilled. We didn't go out or do anything special. And this was a pretty light week for me as far as purchases too. I didn't buy too many things.
I think the only thing you bought was from me this week.
Right. My man Rick hooked me up with with a few SH Figure Arts Stormtroopers. I talked about that last week that I wanted to get more. And he
got Stormtroopers?
I only had three. I only had three extra.
He bought them all?
You did right. I bought them all, motherfucker.
Pussy ass motherfucking I'm out of this shit, man.
I got that, and well, they didn't come yet, but I paid for them, and I think that was it. Oh, my man Brandosaurus Rex actually grabbed me two chameleons that he saw at like our local Target. I still gotta send him PayPal for that actually, and that was it. I think that was the only two things that I bought this week, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Light week for me.
I don't think I bought shit this week. Yes, I did. I bought the Batman versus Superman. I bought those figures.
What? You bought those shits?
Well, it's Batman. I was gonna give it a go. I collected Mattel figures for years. This Mattel figure right here. I mean, for years. I bought them. They're garbage. I took them right back. I bought them. I fucked around with them. It's really weird because a lot of people are buying them and shit, and it's like they have no ab crunch. It's backwards actually. You can't bend them forward. You can bend them backwards, but not forward. It's just
what?
The Superman has no ab crunch at all. So he's pretty much like a retool of the older the first Superman movie master. So I didn't even bother with that. But I bought.
He's just painted a bit differently, right?
You said what?
He's just painted a little bit differently, right?
Now they added a little. It's like minor sculpted shit. Some gold somewhere down around the boot or some shit. Nothing major. But I don't know, man. They're horrible. Like usually with a Batman figure, even when it's really bad, you say, I'll just keep it and put it to the side. I was really bothered with it, man. I even repainted it. Actually, I repainted the eyes to because it's like a lot of white bleeding over, so he looks like he's really So I try to fuck with it or whatever. It's just they're bad figures. The armored one looks a little better than the regular suited one, but then I
was gonna say the armored one doesn't look terrible, but the regular one just looks trash.
You know what's really fucked up about it? One, he has those because comes with a gun, which I don't know what that's about yet. But he has those C gripping hands, and they're really
Oh
fat.
Jesus.
I don't know, man. It wasn't. If you want to have him just standing there like this or whatever, it'd be okay, I guess. But other than that, man, they're not worth picking up. But quickly they did ship. Like I said, I got my Spider-Man Legends wave in, and I like all of those figures for the most part. Marvel Legends are cool, but Spider-Man Legends make me happy. You know what I mean? It's just something I just really like Spider-Man Legends. So
Yeah, that wave was really strong.
What makes Spider-Man Legends different from other Legends?
you say what?
What makes Spider-Man Legends different from other Legends? Like, why does that make you happy, but not
I just
regular
I
ones?
just enjoy Spider-Man characters more. I enjoy posing them, taking pictures of them. I just enjoy Spider-Man Legends more than any other
Avengers
Legends.
Legends,
Man,
like Avengers Legends or Ant-Man Legends or X-Men Legends. Just
right. Well, I mean, it's just it doesn't hold the fun factor. And when you really look at it, Spider-Man Legends are really the only Legends that you get like such a diverse character set. You know, I mean, you always want to get a form of Spider-Man, but you get all of these villains or whatever. It's mostly made up of villains and everything, and it's a lot of B-list characters. I like B-list characters, so street level characters.
Yeah,
Pretty nice wave, man.
I tried to get the Spider-Man wave this weekend, but they didn't have it anywhere. They had like one set that showed up out in Long Island, and me and my man Dave and my man Chris was supposed to go out there, and we didn't. But it was a good thing we didn't because they really didn't have it. Actually, you know, they pulled that whole same trick when you call and say, "Do you have it?" and then they don't have it, or they can't find it, or it's mysteriously disappeared, which basically means that one of the employees stashed the shit. So yeah, I didn't. It's starting to show up, trickle through retail. I'm guessing by probably like Wednesday, it'll probably show up at a bunch of places. People get their trucks for the new week.
Yeah, they're not going to be hard to get, man. I
Oh,
think Gwen Stacy might be the one for a while that you might not see if people run into her. You know, that's mostly because most scalpers are going to figure, oh, it's Spider Gwen, but that should eventually they'd be like a chameleon. How you couldn't find a chameleon, now you can find a chameleon anywhere. So
everywhere, yeah.
Yeah, some dude posted up that picture with like 10 chameleons in one damn store. Like Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brandosaurus Rex was telling me that when he got the two, he was like, "It's a bunch more there too." I don't know. I don't know. They had them on Toys R Us for like a marked down price like a month or so ago. They kept putting them up there, and people was buying multiples of them. So
I mean, the blue suited body gets boring after a while, though. You can only have so many dudes in blue suits.
right, yeah, you need to definitely try to switch it up. A black suit goes a longer way, basically.
But I did pop the Silvermane head because I seen people doing it on the Ultron body, which I'm not a big fan of. But I popped it on a suited body on the strength just to see it. I mean, besides that little metal shit over his head, though, I mean it's still pretty decent. You could come up with some type of reason for to have it on it, I guess. But I mean, it fits really well, and even skin tone and everything, man. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
need something a little more. I don't know. It's got to be a little different stylistically to work with that head on like a robotic body. You just can't pop it on an Ultron body. It don't look right.
no, it just looks like fucking Ultron was stolen by Silvermane.
Right.
Like, man, where did Silvermane get this fucking body at? He was chilling after the battle at whatever the hell the city's name was, and he just picked one up real quick. Like, okay, I'm good.
I wonder when they're gonna give us that last character from the Superior Foes of Spider-Man, the last character from that team, because basically they just
It's
gave
Shocker,
us.
right?
Well, yeah, it's two actually. It's Shocker and what's the other dude's name? Overdrive.
Oh yeah, Overdrive.
Yeah.
He looks like he's just got on like a motorcycle suit and a helmet or some shit.
Yeah, I
I don't know
remember
if
my
you
friend
guys
was
can
telling
see
me
it.
not too long ago. He's like, man, I don't know how we're gonna get the complete team because Overdrive is kind of specific.
As far as what? What do you mean?
Like like his look is pretty particular. I think like
I mean, it's pretty
it would have to
plain,
be all
really.
paint. It would have to be all paint, pretty much.
I just want to know when possibly would they throw him in there. I really hope they don't play us and not put that figure in there.
You'll
Yeah.
probably end up.
I could see, Shocker. I mean, there was Shocker supposedly like announced not too long ago that was
Yeah,
planned,
I
right?
think he's supposed to be in the next wave that they drop later on in the year. So that'll give us 4 out of the 5. We already got Boomerang a couple of waves ago,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and then that's the Overdrive. You'll have that modern team. That's a good look.
Well, Overdrive, they might make him. I just think that he won't be 100% accurate to the artwork. I think they'll try to use maybe the electro body. Or
Electro?
Oh wow, that
oh
would make
yeah.
sense.
Yeah, you
yeah,
mean the
That would
movie
make more
Electro?
sense.
The movie Electro.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the one with the funny hands.
yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, that would
So,
actually make a lot of
so
sense.
we will probably end up getting him because
Yeah,
they gave us fucking Speed Demon. I mean, and
yeah, that was out of nowhere, right?
right.
Yeah.
So,
Random ass speed demon, and then they gave us the little remote control car Silvermane.
like I said, I don't know if you guys like this or not. Like I said, I went ahead and popped it on there. I don't know if you can even see it. The light's
Yeah,
kind of
the
bright.
light is kind of bright,
Tell you
but
this, it makes more damn sense than the fucking Ultron.
I don't know.
well, if you use that Ultron body and do a little sanding and paint and sculpting, you could finesse it. I could see
Yeah, it's got to be fixed a little bit because it just looks like Ultron.
I mean, I wish it was something I can't sculpt anything. I wish it was something you could do as far as like sculpting hair on him and maybe make him a ear or something. But
Yeah, because he's looking a little bit like Murphy from RoboCop right now.
right,
that
I was
hairline.
thinking about
Murphy, it's you.
I was thinking about sanding down the ears and maybe just painting the top piece white, maybe whatever. Because I can't sculpt worth shit.
You can always learn.
Nope,
Why?
I don't like learning.
Have
Oh,
Craig Warwick, give you a quick little class.
Yeah, what is he working on right now? I saw some like work in progress pictures of something.
He's doing a swarm right now. It looks fucking crazy.
Okay.
He's doing a swarm. It looks unreal, man. Can't wait to see that joint. It's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, I'm glad he's doing stuff again.
Yeah, he's back at it. I mean, he started once he was doing that whole little Secret Santa thing for Figure Realm,
Uh-huh.
and after that, it seemed like he'd got the ball rolling and wanted to start making something for himself again.
Have you seen anybody else's customs from that exercise?
I always plan to look for it, and then I always like crap out. But I want to look at what else, and I can't wait to see when he shows
Yeah, what
when
he
he
got.
shows what he got.
Was that last year that he got the what you call that, Little Shop of Horrors guy?
Yeah, I believe so.
Girl, whatever, Audrey.
I remember one time he got hella mad because he put in crazy work to make somebody a sick Dormammu, and then he got back like something he didn't even fucking ask for. He got back like an X-Force Gambit, some stupid shit. He was hella mad. Like, what the hell is this?
You can't really, be upset with that Secret Santa shit, man. I mean, you can send out a list, but I mean, people don't actually have to follow the list. As long as somebody's not sending you coupons from Walgreens or some stupid shit, you know what I mean?
Oh, man, like that one kid that got scammed and got sent coupons.
Right.
someone got. How did he get scammed getting sent coupons? How does that work?
There was some trade, and in the trade, when he opened the box, all there was a box of coupons.
They were receipt coupons. The kind of print out at.
Yeah, it wasn't even like the real coupons. It wasn't like the damn
15% off tampons or some shit.
It wasn't the equivalent to what he supposedly sent out. That's for sure.
Boy,
Yeah,
so this is the Secret Santa scam? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
no. That's
No, this is something completely unrelated.
Oh, okay.
So what you bought this week, Emiya?
I got my my Hot Toys Luke Skywalker, the Tatooine one.
Mm-hmm.
That finally arrived. I got like some of my Ami order. There was some notable items in there. Yeah, I mean it'd be just a fun. I'd be here for like an hour listening what it is, but.
This guy.
Yeah.
What'd you do on New Year's?
The Luke is really nice. It's probably the best Luke Hot Toys has done so far.
What'd you do on New Year's?
What did I do on New Year's? I didn't do much, man. I just hung around, didn't really do anything. I was actually supposed to come up your way,
Oh,
but
yeah.
the person that was with me ran out of money, so we ended up not going because his ass was broke. So
Yeah, they planned
They
a
run
way, and
out of
then
money.
He said it like
KO
y'all
kind
was
of
in a
broke down
casino
how
or
much it
some
was going to
shit.
cost to get to New York, and the guy was like, "Hey, man, never mind, we ain't going."
You said it like he lost everything in the casino or some shit.
well, basically, he came here from California, right? And I don't think he realized how much money he was going to be spending when he's here because this dude just wanted to eat at all the nice places. So I mean, it's no big deal for me. I could go to these places every day or whatever. But dude, dude was spending like $50, $60 a day on food.
By the middle of the second day, he was eating fucking Taco Bell,
How much money you come down there with? 130 bucks?
He didn't come down. He probably came down with I don't know a few $100 or something. But after like I said, after like a few days, he was kind of like, man, I'm spending a lot of money. You know. I
Yeah, that's
was telling him.
Hey, man, maybe we don't go to New York, huh?
that's the thing you always gotta account for is eating, because when you go someplace else, you're gonna be eating out most of the time. So yeah, no
Well,
question.
you're also going to be wanting to eat at places that you don't normally get to eat at.
Right.
Some of those places can get kind of expensive after a while.
I'm not coming with nothing less than about 2,500
To
What,
where?
to
what,
to anywhere. I'm not going, like seriously. If I got to rent a car, I don't give a fuck if I got to catch a plane back, if I got a train, whatever. I mean, whatever. Lose my cell phone, got to get another phone ASAP. Eating shit, might see some figures I want, whatever. But you're not gonna catch me down bad, not at all.
Yeah, no doubt. I remember when I had went to Cali one time. Uh, I was staying with this irresponsible motherfucker who forgot that his lease was about to be up at a certain time, and we were supposed to stay out there for a couple weeks and then drive back cross country to New York and shit. And this motherfucker ended up running out of money like halfway through and shit. And I just got my ass on a plane. I bought like a plane ticket. Like we had gotten in a big argument and shit. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going home, nigga. I got money.
Right.
I'm out. So I just bought a plane ticket like that day. And even when I was buying the ticket over the phone, the lady was like, "You want it for like?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, that's going to be, X amount of money it's going to cost you." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going home. I'm ready to go
Right, I'm
home."
getting the fuck up out of this motherfucker.
Basically, so yeah, that's what I did, and just got out of there.
so what happened between you and your friend at that point?
Um, I didn't talk to him for a while. He got out there and started acting funny style over some chick actually. So I didn't talk to him for a while when he came back. I guess we kind of reconciled and shit. But when I got back, I told like all our friends like, yo, he was out there acting like a bitch.
Full reveal.
Basically. So I had to tell all the homies like, yo, he was out there acting brand new like a motherfucker. So, but yeah, I mean, he's a flaky dude at times. It is what it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of flaky dudes going around.
I mean, I was trying to get out there, get me some troopers for these AIM soldiers, and it wasn't
Word.
happening. Jesus, man, these dudes are crazy.
That's funny.
Um, man, let's get into the topic of the day. You know, let's. I gave all these men time to think about, what they considered, their top 10, figures of the year.
Oh shit.
Hey, you know what's crazy? I didn't even read the topics.
Damn, man, typical,
Man,
typical.
listen, I try to. Man, I've been going to sleep all day. I think it's catching up to me not sleeping, and I mean, I just been dozing off.
Yeah,
I kept
that's
getting notifications from y'all and shit, and I look at it and I just go to sleep. Phone slide out your hand and shit. I've been Denny's today. Phone slide out my shit.
like a straight dope fiend. That's funny because I was watching a movie earlier. What the hell was that? What's that movie that came out with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Revenant?
Yeah, I saw that earlier. Well, I ain't see the shit. That shit was seeing me. I passed the fuck out, snoring.
You didn't like it, huh?
Right. Well, it's not that I didn't like it. I was just tired, just like Pharaoh said, just catching up, not getting no sleep.
Too much action going on.
It was pretty good from what I saw though. I don't know if he's about to get an Oscar for that shit, but it was pretty good.
It was definitely a movie going for that, that type of movie, for sure. Trying to
Yeah,
win the awards
it
and
seemed
stuff.
like they pushing for it. They trying to make it happen for him, but we'll see. He must have not fucked enough directors in Hollywood. They're not giving him the Oscar. He's got to fuck some more
It's
directors.
always been the fact that guys see him as a pretty boy, so he had to work harder to, get acknowledgement as an actor.
Nah, he's not giving up the butt. That's what it is.
That's what I said. Hey, this shit too loose now.
Probably a nice part of it too, probably.
You know how that
everybody done had him.
be. Damn. But yeah, so top 10 of the year, huh?
Where the hell did Rick go?
I don't know. I guess he getting his list. He got a scroll and shit.
No, he's not on here. He has to pop back on.
He'll be back in a second.
Having technical difficulties. Rick Dom is having technical difficulties right now. Okay, he just sent me a message.
Can you hear me? Fuck. Damn.
Emiya, could you even narrow it down to 10 of your favorite?
It was really hard for me. I basically made a list of smaller scale action figures, larger scale action figures, robot toys, like that. It's all different stuff for me. It's very hard for me to break it. But I do have a list. Yeah, I do have a list. But I mean, you guys can go first because mine's actually kind of long.
All right, let me see if I could take a look, because actually by the time we get finished here, we're gonna be dropping the A.C.B.A. Poll of figures for people to pick their top 10, so we could try to see what are some of the top choices of the year for everybody across the board, across the globe. Everybody's tastes are a little different as far as 6-inch and 3/4 inch, and I don't think there's too many people that collect that many 3/4 inch stuff right now. But hot toys, all of that stuff. So we got a pretty extensive list. So I'm picking my 10 from the list that we put together. It's probably about 150 choices on there. Let me see here. Pharaoh, what was on your list? Let me try to pull my shit up.
I like Arkham Knight, Red Hood, and I liked Batman. I liked Icon's Batman. I liked Icon's Green Lantern as well. I like the Sarah Connor figure. I like the Alien vs. Predator figures. I don't know if it counts as a figure, but I like the animated Batmobile.
Yeah, we tried to keep vehicles separate. Originally, we had that power loader on there, but that's really more of in the vehicle category. So we took that off. We didn't put the animated series Batmobile on there. So yeah, no vehicles really. But
I liked the figure arts Captain America.
No doubt.
I like the Marvel Legend. I like the brown and yellow Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it was about that figure, but I like that figure a lot.
Yeah, you know what? When I got that one too, I was kind of like digging it a little bit more than the regular one, even though I really, really like the classic look too. But I don't know if I would put it on my top 10, but it was definitely one that stood out for me this year though, for sure.
Oh, and the Jason figure, the Ultimate Jason figure. Definitely one of my favorite figures. The Mega Man as well too. The one
the True Force one.
Yeah, the True Force Mega Man was a really nice figure.
Yeah, I don't own the True Force Mega Man, but that was one of my top figures though. I did get to see you guys with it and got to fuck around with it a bit. But yeah, definitely that was a nice figure for sure.
I mean, I probably got some more figures, man. I I mean, like Emmy, I could be here for a little while though, naming the stuff this year that came out that I actually liked. I mean,
Well,
probably would be easy.
shit that I know that's gonna be on my list though for sure is Captain America, Figure Arts Captain America. I guess I could give 5 right now that I know for certain to be on my list. Figure Arts Captain America, Pizza Spidey, the Figure Arts First Order Stormtrooper. Um, I would say Hot Toys, even though I don't own this figure, Hot Toys Thanos look really, really good. Um, what else? Maybe Tracks, maybe MP Tracks. Oh, Figma Solid Snake was definitely one that I really liked. And yeah, I don't know if it would make my top 10, but it's kind of a weird figure. But the DC Collectibles animated series Penguin figure was mad nice to me. It was a really unique looking figure. It was true to the look of the series, and like something about that figure was just real clean and nice. I really liked that figure. It hardly moves for shit, but it was cool. Um, I don't know. That Mirage, that Sphinx Mirage figure was pretty nice. I don't own that figure, but uh,
Do you count third party stuff in your top figures?
yeah, why not?
I don't know. I think once you start counting that stuff in, pretty much at that point, it's almost like most of the official stuff wouldn't even make it on the list.
Well, not really. I mean, it's what you think. It's not really just about what is
That's the problem with me. The thing.
technically the best. Like if you look at it as just like what fundamentally is a better figure, then of course no domestic shit would probably be on anybody's list. But it's really just about shit
What you like. I get what you're saying.
that warms your heart. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that
It's hard
Leonidas figure was really nice too. I don't own
Wait,
that
whoa,
figure.
whoa, the what?
The Leonidas figure that not the movie shit that's coming out next year. The
Oh, I'm
Transformers.
gonna say I ordered that. I thought,
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
The Lyle Convoy, the third party one?
Yeah. Perfect Effect. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I have that figure.
It's nice, right?
Nice, yeah, it's really nice.
Oh, T800. T800 was a really nice figure.
oh yeah, definitely.
Forgot about that.
Oh shit. While you naming that, man, that Christopher Reeve Superman was pretty nice too, though. For what it was.
The one that broke?
Yeah, even with the arms coming off that motherfucker.
I mean, you know what though? I got one around here somewhere, and once you get it to working, I mean, it's pretty cool, man. You're not gonna get a fucking Christopher Reeve Superman from anybody else. And if fucking Mattel did it, it'd
The Hot
be,
Toys one.
nah, man. I don't really care for 12-inch figures like that, man.
Yeah, me
I
neither.
returned. What did I
But you
miss?
know what? That
You
that
didn't miss anything. It's almost your turn.
I don't even like Play Arts Kai that much, but the Vader was on the overall list, which looked pretty good. The Venom was on the overall list, and Spider-Man. Oh, the Master Chief looked really,
But
really
the
good.
Cloud wasn't on the list?
Really? Cloud, you think that was a good one?
I think
Cloud,
that's
yeah,
the best one.
the Advent Children Cloud was really nice.
The Advent Children Cloud, I think, is the best Play Arts release this year.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was. I mean, but you're not going to get a motorcycle for him.
You never know.
Not in that fucking scale. Not for Play Arts. They charge too much
Not a big
fucking
one.
money.
That's fine. I charge $300. I'll still buy it.
Yeah, I know you
Oh,
will, but Joe
the
Schmo.
fucking the fucking Judge Dredd.
Yeah, that's on the
man,
overall
I'm telling
list. I don't have that figure, but it's nice.
you playing, man. Get the figure.
Oh well, the Batman, not animated, the Dark Knight Mezco figure is on the list.
Definitely.
That figure was nice in any color. It don't matter. Same shit.
Yeah, obviously everybody likes that exclusive more, but
Anybody
I think
fuck
that
with
figure was just nice in general.
which one? What are you talking about?
That Batman.
The navy blue and gray one.
Yeah.
What about
Nice one.
anybody fuck with 3A figures?
Nah, man.
I
only one
didn't buy
got is
any
a
3A
4G.
this year.
I buy some stuff from the 3.0, the licensed stuff. I don't really mess with the 3A stuff too much. The only 3A stuff I've ever bought are those Metal Gears, like the Metal Gear Rex and the Metal Gear Ray.
Mm.
Those gigantic, those. That's the only thing I think I've ever bought from 3A. I've never bought any of the kind of urban vinyl, industrial stylized stuff that they do, the Ashley Wood stuff. Yeah, I never really done much of that stuff. Do
So
you?
nobody ever fucked around with that Doctor Doom that came out.
No.
That
I've
thing
No,
looks
I've handled
crazy.
I've handled it. I've never. I don't own it though.
I was not a fan of those designs. I mean, I saw what they were going for, but they're just not my style. That Spider-Man, that Iron Man, that Doctor Doom, they're not for me.
I
Gotcha.
feel like Rick. I didn't like them at all. The
Yeah.
elf boots and shit.
Yeah, the ones with the Aladdin shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very unique design, a very
Yeah, very, very,
stylized.
very stylized, very
Yeah.
to their to what they like. Which, it's cool. A lot of people like them. I see people post pictures, but just not for me.
Yeah, I'm not a big
I
fan of
just
it.
I wouldn't have a place. Not only is the style not for me, but there's no place in it for my collection. It's very in its own world.
I don't know. That far as play arts go, though, I mean, I haven't ordered one since I think I don't remember what my last one was. But like you said, the cloud is pretty nice, but some of those figures are just nah.
Did you get that Thor? I know a lot of people like the Thor.
No, I quit. They're getting more and more expensive for nothing.
Wait,
Oh well,
you said the Play Art
yeah,
store? You said
yeah,
the
the Play Arts Kai Thor.
No, that
Yeah,
shit's garbage.
I think he retailed at like 130 or something.
Fuck out of
Yeah, it
here.
seems like every year that passes, the prices were just being upped and upped and up.
Yeah, I'm not. Won't get me with that. I'm playing with my first Play Arts Kai figure I ever got right now. And it only cost me I think $40.
What's
Before they
that?
start hitting everybody in the head, huh?
Back when he came out. This is one of the best Play Arts Kai figures ever.
No, it's not.
The Devil May Cry for Dante.
Yes, this Dante figure is the shit.
That shit's trash.
It's a
Crazy. First of all, Dante as a character is the fucking truth.
Yeah,
So,
the games was pretty fun.
so for them to give us this version of Dante, it was the truth,
You
man.
didn't buy the Devil May Cry 3 version?
No,
You don't like that one?
no. You talking about with the coat with no shirt?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
that's the most popular version now.
Yeah, that's okay. They can keep that one.
Oh, it's too bad.
I like this version.
So what was on your list, Rick?
Okay, so everybody already gave their
I
top 10
haven't
list?
given mine yet, but I'll go after you.
Emmy is
Okay, you go
being
after me.
naughty and shit. Let him think a little bit more.
Yeah, he always likes to, get in the last one. I have no particular order, but I sat down, for the past few days, and I thought about, what I really liked from this year, and just I'm gonna go articulated first. I really
Are we
like that.
doing, are we doing static as well?
Yeah, man, it's all one list.
That's too difficult, man. I can't
Yeah,
do
get the hell out of here. Don't listen to him. He's a big baby. Don't listen to him. You put it in the top 10 list. Whatever. Um, I'm just gonna go with articulated first. Um, I really, really like the masterpiece Star Saber. It's one of those pieces where people look at it and they always ask what it is or where it's from.
Is
And
that
then when I
that
tell
one
them
that
it's a
Emmy showed last week?
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah,
Or the week
when I tell
before
them
that?
it's a Transformer, they don't fucking believe me. They think it's like some sort of Gundam or something like that. But it's a really nice piece. It's a
You
great
saying
character.
masterpiece? It's not masterpiece. Masterpiece scale, you mean, right?
No,
No,
it is
That's
masterpiece.
masterpiece.
It is.
Yes, that's a masterpiece release from Takara Tomy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they had to do
And
a
it's
garbage. They had to do a garbage figure. So
That's the best figure in the whole line, besides
yeah,
Robin.
I'd agree. I'd agree. It's probably the best one.
Now, y'all got to show me this. I'm not sure which one that is.
It's the one that you were making fun of 2 weeks ago on the show.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, it's incredible. I love that figure. That and Ultra Magnus, and Rodimus, so some of my favorites, and I really love the Star Saber that they did. I really liked for SH Figure Arts what we got this year. I really liked Captain America and the Awakening Goku. I know a lot of other people loved other releases from Figure Arts this year, but I was just talking with Keiyo about it the other day, and I don't think that anything changed with the Dragon Ball Z line. Was upped or significantly different from a repaint other than what we got with Goku, the Awakening version.
Right. That was pretty
Um,
much it. That was their I wouldn't
yeah,
say it was the saving grace, but it was definitely the only thing that really stood out. Everything else was pretty much basic
Right.
shit.
yeah, it was a
Only other time that
repaint,
they had like
a re-release.
right. Only other thing that they had that was stand out, and that wasn't this year, was Broly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's been
Yeah, there,
nothing
there was
that.
a, there was a lot of different sculpted figures last year in comparison to this year, and I just think Goku was to me the only real thing that stood out. I really loved that Captain America we got. Um, maybe I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe if mine would have came with fucked up eyes, I maybe would have had some slight off of that Captain America, but mine came with perfect eyes. So something like that didn't really bother me, and then the anime style to these characters don't bother me either.
Although it
Or
looks
if
like it's pretty much confirmed now that they're going to be using digital scanning for the
Yeah, they're going to be doing. I wish they would have just stuck to the anime looking style because if I wanted accuracy, I'd buy Hot Toys.
yeah, of course.
Wait. Say that again. I didn't hear that. You said they confirmed that they're gonna do.
They're doing the Captain America, the Civil War version they just shown. It has the digital scanning for the
You know
face.
what? I was talking to my man Chris last night, and he was saying that they showed pictures. I didn't even know that they showed pictures. I thought he was bullshitting.
Yeah, it's essentially the same figure except that he has like both the heads, the masked head and the unmasked head. They're in the digital scanning.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
so it
and
looks like the Star Wars figures, like the Luke, and all the digital scan figures you've seen, like the Bruce Lee, the Luke, the Freddie,
the Sam Jackson.
yeah,
Gotcha.
Jackson. Yeah, it's done in that style.
I,
So
I, I do not like
that,
it. I wish they would have just stuck to the anime
It's
looking
not
style.
even just digital scanning for the
why
head. It's
why
also
wouldn't you like the accuracy though? I don't understand.
Because if I wanted that kind of accuracy, I would buy Hot Toys because nothing's gonna
No,
beat
you
Hot Toys
wouldn't.
anyways.
Not if you a person that can't afford a hot toy. You gonna be happy with a 6-inch figure that's $40. That looks really good.
I liked what they did. I liked
yeah,
what they did. I know some people weren't a fan.
I
not too
don't think that I don't think Captain America's face was bad. The screaming face was kind of bad, but the normal face it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't
other
see.
thing that's different about these figures, I had the digital scanning for the sculpt. They also have digital coloring on the face. So the
Hmm.
painting is more realistic. It's digitally done. The painting or the coloring for the face is digitally done. Which that way, that's how you kind of get that those like slight every human has like in their face like imperfections like you have like in the complexion. So that's how they did. That's how they kind of replicate that with the digital coloring.
Yeah, just
Gotcha.
like you can really see what he's describing come forth when you see the close-up pictures of Sam Jackson. The imperfections in Sam Jackson's skin and the marks that he may have, they really come through in that figure. You can
Did
Yeah.
really
they
tell.
did they get his black ass gums?
Oh man, oh Jesus, we'd have to have a screaming face. Ah!
I think he
Those
has
like
this
gum
Show
lines.
that gap in those black ass gums he got.
Man, he couldn't force together those teeth.
That reminds me of Don't Be a Menace, the parody movie when they
Yeah,
did
don't
the
be menace to
scene.
South Central.
Yeah, when they did the scene, he was like, "I hate your black gums."
I hate your black skin. I hate your black gums. But most of all, I hate that black ass Wesley Snipes.
Word.
Man, that was one of my favorite movies when I was
That
a
shit is
kid.
stupid funny. You know what's funny? That's where I got the package, kind of thing was from that movie. It was when they were saying message. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Message.
actually prompted me to do the package rendition of my videos and shit. That's funny.
And then you have the Brad Pitt. What's in the
Yeah, you
box?
know what? That came from my man Gang, who's a DJ, and
Oh, Gang Grizzly, right?
right, yeah. So he used to well, when they had a radio show, online radio show, and that was like one of the little sound bites and shit, because the show was called Fresh Out the Box. So that was one of the sound bites that they would use and shit. So
Oh shit.
You heard it, ladies
But
and gentlemen. Boog Knight
back,
steals your shit. You say something that's popular, he's gonna steal it.
Stupid.
back to the list. Getting away from figure arts. I really liked the Figma Saber 2.0 from Fate State Night.
Yeah, that was a nice figure.
That was a really good figure. It was one of my favorites of this past year. One where I took it out of the box and there was, even with it has like a bigger skirt. Even with the big skirt, there was no pose that I wanted for Saber that I couldn't get, which is something I can't always say with Figma. I personally, when it comes to posing, I don't ever feel that I'm limited by a figure when I play with something like Revoltech. People don't really like the joints. They think that they look weird, or they think that they're a lot of work. But in my opinion, there is no figure ever, that I've messed with that I can ever pose as dynamically and in any way that I want as when I messed with a Revoltech. And this Saber didn't leave me feeling like, oh, this could have been better or anything. Like I really thought that they did a great job on it, and I was never wishing that it was something that it wasn't.
Yeah, they definitely had a lot of advancements from the first version. Granted, the
Oh,
first
without a
was
doubt.
technically the third Figma ever released. Well, technically the fourth Figma ever released. So yeah, I mean they definitely had a huge advancement since then. It's very interesting when you have both of them and you kind of look at both of them and you're like, wow, they really came a long way.
Yeah, and and
Even
and
the very first 2.0 figure that Max Factory did for the Figma line, the Hatsune Miku, there's a huge difference between version one and version two as well.
oh
Like
yeah, I,
similar.
I, I, I remember when that came out and we were discussing it was nuts. And now the first Saber is worthless. It goes for like $5.
Yeah, well, I
It's
mean, if you're gonna buy one now, I mean, you'd
Yeah,
go
you just want the
get
2.0.
the 2.0. So
Yeah. Going along with other articulated figures, um, I don't have it yet, but I paid for it. It's on its fucking way, and there's no question that this is going to be in my top 10. Was the Real Action Heroes Guts, Black Swordsman Guts by Metacom. Um,
yeah, the word on it so far from people who have it, is pretty good. So
yeah, it,
people
it, it
are
looks incredible. It looks incredible, and I think it's pretty safe to say that that's going to be, in my top 10, once I get it in, and it looks really sick. A Berserk, one of my favorite series of all time, which I recommend to anyone who who enjoys anime to check out Berserk. It's an incredible series, and right now on Netflix, although I don't like the English dubs, they have the English dub films right now on Netflix. Kind
they
of
don't have it in they don't have it in both options on Netflix.
absolutely not.
Really, that's
Yeah.
very strange. Okay.
Yeah, and it's a good way for people to come in. It's the series from back in the day. Condensed down into three films with a little bit more shown towards the third film than we got in the original anime series, and I think it was like 98. Um, and it's they're great, and I love the story. I love the character of Guts, and I recommend everyone check them out, and the original series too. Another one I have on my list that I actually paid for today. I don't know when I'm getting it in, but I just paid for it today. It's already released in other parts that I just don't have it. Was Hot Toys Kylo Ren. Um, that figure, it looks unbelievable. It makes me sad when I look at Black Series and I look at the figure arts, and then I look at the Hot Toys one, and I'm just like, damn, there's no fucking comparison. This
Yeah.
this on another level. Um, what this figure is doing, what it brings for the character that you really like, it's unreal. Um, and I can't wait to get that piece in either. It's gonna
But
be
they show pictures of that today, you said?
It's already out. It's already out.
already released.
Yeah.
I just don't have it yet either.
Yeah.
But again,
The U.S. stock should be shipping pretty soon. But it's already been out in Hong Kong
Hmm.
for a while. So for like a
yeah,
couple.
it's been out so long that there's already a review with like 50,000 views on it.
Hmm.
Um, and it looks incredible. And I was just watching the review, and I was entranced by the reviewer was terrible, but even still, I was just watching it like oh my god, this is gonna be the best Kylo Ren figure ever. It's
Until
just unreal.
they already. It looks like they're already doing a second version with the helmet off. because
Yeah,
there was a
the basically the snow battle version.
yeah,
The
there was a
Star
teaser
Killer.
picture where you see him holding his helmet. There's a teaser
Yeah.
picture of the Hot Toys figure holding his helmet. So I'm assuming that they're gonna unveil details about that one for you. So
Yeah.
probably be battle
The
hand.
the melding of both of those figures is gonna give you the best.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not gonna fuck you over like that. Well, I hope not. So
Yeah.
that's the
I
idea.
mean, we're definitely gonna get I'm sure that snow detailing at the bottom of the robe
Of
and stuff
course.
like that, and yeah, and the cut on his face. It's gonna be sick, man. Moving along to something else, something in the much more high-end arena. Um, when people in the groups saw that I bought it, they kind of wondered if I had a very unsafe obsession. Um, I bought earlier in February. I bought the premium format Wonder Woman. I think retail after shipping was something like $450, and it's one of the most incredible things I've ever bought, if not the best thing
Was
I've
that
bought
this
this
year?
year.
Or was that
Yeah, it
last?
was it was in February. It was in February.
Oh, okay, February. Okay.
Is
Yeah.
bought in a word?
Bought, I'm making it a word. You heard it here first. Webster's is putting me in for this.
It's
That
a,
Wonder Woman is crazy.
it's a picture of you winking next to that word.
Oh man, hell yeah! And every time somebody winks back, I get a penny. That statue figure is unreal. Um, I got the exclusive version, which comes with the shield and the axe, and it's just incredible. No better representation of that character out there for purchase right now, other than that one. And it's unbelievable. And I have the Power Girl coming later this year too, and from a similar series, and can't wait for that one, and the Supergirl too. Um, Another couple of figures I put on this list was out of left field here, was Artifacts Bakura from Kodo, their Yu-Gi-Oh
Yo,
series.
yeah.
Yeah,
The expression on that figure's face, and the pose, and who the character is, and having it on display was crazy.
yeah. Those
It's one
those
of
Kodo statues are pretty cool. Those are the ones that
it's
like move a little bit, right?
they
Not
have
the one he's talking about, not
no,
the one
not the ones
you're
I'm
talking about,
talking
but
about.
some of them do have a little bit of you can adjust certain parts like the head or like the arm. You can adjust
Yeah,
certain.
that's like the current the Red Hood and the Batman that just released, with the interchangeable bases, and you could basically set up it's like a statue A.C.B.A piece. It's pretty crazy. Shartimus Prime just reviewed them, and they look incredible. Um, that is along the lines of what you were talking about, but mine is from the anime series Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm sure that you guys have heard of at some point over a kid buying those cards. Um, and it just looks like the anime's come to life with that figure, and it's incredible. And rounding out the list again is another Berserk product, and it's another Guts statue by a company called Gecko. It's just unreal. Um, I was speechless when I opened it. It was incredible, you know. And when I saw it at Comic Con, me and Keiyo actually did an interview with these guys at Comic Con, and they were really nice. We met the sculptor, and basically, anyone at that company, we were able to meet and talk to them, and that was a great experience, and we were able to see it, up close, and it was just amazing.
Hmm.
What
Yeah.
about you? What about you, Emiya? What are your figures?
Like I said, it's hard for me to to say it all in one list, but I'll mention some notable things that I thought was really great this year. Here's my list. I guess I'll start with the mid-end stuff first because it's just easier. Just get out the way. I thought the Awakening Super Saiyan Son Goku was a really good figure. As far as it had a lot of new parts. It had some old parts too, but it utilized those old parts really well. And I think for the Dragon Ball line, I would say that's definitely the best figure. The only one really worth mentioning is that one. Everything else is, I like the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 1 too, but that one's essentially the same figure as all the
Right.
ones we fought before.
Yeah, I share your sentiments on that, no doubt.
Yeah. Um, for the superhero stuff, like most people, I think the Captain America was the best figure. It definitely was just, if anything, was the simplicity of it. We've already had Iron Man figure before. Otherwise, Iron Man figures were pretty good too. But I guess the Captain America was, their first attempt, and they did a pretty good job on it overall. I think the only thing that would hold it back for me, the Captain America, is just the fact that, in my opinion, we don't really have the perfect version yet. I would consider probably the Civil War one will probably be considered. Sorry, that's my phone ringing. But
Damn, that's a beautiful song.
Call from wireless.
Okay, there you go. It's done. It's just the fact that we don't have what I consider would probably be the definitive version, which would be the Civil War one. Just because it has the digital scanning and everything. I mean, but it's like some people, they don't really care about that aspect of it. So maybe, as far as it's essentially the same figure aside from that one thing. For the Star Wars figures, it was kind of hard for me to really narrow one down because they're all pretty consistently good. My first choice probably would have been the Jedi Luke. My only problem with Jedi Luke was the fact that he doesn't have the undone flap for the front of his chest, which I think that was just a really huge oversight on Bandai's part.
Yeah, especially considering that the bitch-ass Hasbro version had that.
Yeah, that really, if he had that, that would have been my top pick. Besides that, I probably think Darth Maul was probably the best figure.
It's funny that you mentioned that, man, because like that was those little minor differences between Figure Arts and the Black Series is what would have actually taken the Figure Arts versions of some of these characters really over the top, because you see everybody doing this swap with the Figure Arts Kylo Ren and put in the Black Series hood and
soft goods.
cloak, right? Yeah, on them.
I think the main thing is Bandai doesn't really do soft goods. So I think that's more of a preference thing. Like me personally, I think even after you put the soft goods on the Kylo Ren, I think he looks actually more bulky than he originally did. But I mean, it is what it is. I personally don't mind the stock version that much, but I understand why you would change it. You have
with that Darth Maul, they dropped the ball, not giving him that cloaked.
That's because they're giving that to you later.
Are they?
Yeah, it's going to come with the bike.
Oh,
yeah, it's going to come with his speeder bike. Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing.
It's good to hear because I'm buying that thing.
Yeah. You
Actually,
know what? I forgot about that. I forgot that they showed the speeder bike at the show.
Yeah, they're gonna give that to us later, which is why they held all that stuff back. So basically, the Darth Maul is essentially, if you look at it as just a final dual version, it's pretty good.
It's good, but it was lacking just a little bit in articulation to me. I don't know. It was something about it that was just it's really nice, especially looking at the face and the detail on the face and everything. But something about it, I don't know.
I thought the detail of the face was good. The only problem with the detail of the face, if you're very picky like I am, sometimes the makeup is not 100% consistent, but that's pretty much on any Darth Maul figure. It's just because he has a pretty elaborate makeup. So, on one side, on one head, it would be like the line is a little bit more broad on another one, and then on this head, it might be almost perfectly done, but the one on his chin is not centered, things like that. So I think it really just comes down. I mean, it's just how picky you are.
That's because you had the Chinese version.
Stupid. You said you had the bootleg shit.
The line in general is pretty consistent. Luke would be my choice, but the problem is it doesn't come with the flap. I just can't overlook that. So it is what it is. For Kamen Rider figures, I think the one that stand out for me this year was the Kivala. And the drive. I guess if I had to choose one, all the drives are pretty similar. So I mean, let's say for the most part, probably the original drive, the base form was probably was also nice. I think the show was just whatever, but the figure is really nice.
That's the red and black one, right?
The one that has the tire on his chest, yeah. The red and black one, the red, white, and black, yeah. That they did a good job on that figure. And then the Kivala is a character that a lot of us have wanted for a long time. That one turned out really well. Other notable ones for Kamen Rider. They did Agito renewal and Kuga renewal came out this year too. But they're pretty much essentially the same figure, and they don't really bring anything particularly new. They're characters that have been done before, so it's not like it's a really big deal that I wouldn't really. They're great figures, but not anything, revolutionary or anything in that regard. Um, the Kinnikuman figures, Robin Mask, I really liked. I think the figures are it's pretty much the same as any Kinnikuman figure. But as a kid, I always liked Robin Mask.
Yeah, all of
Besides,
those, pretty much all of those that you mentioned are on the final list here
yeah,
too for people to choose from.
Robin Mask, I think was probably the standout one for me. But again, all the figures are essentially, as far as they're all pretty much the same. So technology wise, so yeah. I'm not. I don't really. I'm not. This is not really towards the Japanese stuff, but I thought the figure arts Harley was a nice figure too.
Yeah, it
Just
was.
out there. For the Figma line, as Rick said, Saber 2.0 is a great figure. The SAO2 Shinon was a great figure. Um, you know, not really particularly nothing that's already been said about the Saber. The Saber is a really great figure. Huge advancement over the first version, and more and different types of engineering when compared to other SH figure, not SH, to other Figma figures, simply because she has the armor and everything. So she has more engineering, more involved by comparison. Shinon is a great figure. The Rin Tosaka 2.0 is also a really nice figure. Lots of advancements over the first version. The only problem is just simply that she's not in the same outfit as the first Rin, which is her in her definitive outfit. So, but I mean, still great, and a worthy addition to the, I guess, Fate 2.0 line. The Asuna ALO version just came out as well. That's also a really nice figure. Um, Again, I mean, it's just everything that is good about Figma, the Figma line. Smooth joints, decent range, nice accessories, a lot of options. And the Asuna ALO has always been one of my favorite designs of Asuna. Probably my favorite one. Um, and again, Solid Snake, is obviously, if you know how to play with it, it's a good figure. And it's a figure that a lot of people have wanted for a while. A lot of people have wanted smaller scale Metal Gear Solid figures that are very nicely articulated. So it's good that we finally have something, and there's more characters coming, more stuff coming. Yeah. The Satsuki, the Kill La Kill Satsuki Figma, that was a good figure as well. And again, more or less, the Figmas, there's nothing really, I would say, really any crazy technological advancement, but overall very consistent. Good range, good sculpt, good articulation, good accessories, good options. So another standout thing was the variable action heroes line from Mega House for One Piece. I won't say any one particular figure was the best one, but we got Luffy, Law, A, Zoro, and Sabo this year, and those 5 figures are all really great figures. They're slightly larger than the Figma line, and SH Figure Arts line. They're like a scale up from that.
Yeah, I saw those, and the kid Jerry Gamboa had those in a couple of shots. They're
Yeah.
pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, but if you're just gonna display them with each other within that line, they are really great figures. Again, nothing about them really are revolutionary as far as engineering or anything goes, or breakthrough in toy design or action figure design, but they're all really done really well. Again, my favorite Play Arts Kai figure was Cloud Strife, Advent Children. Again, it's a figure that a lot of us have anticipated for a long time. We've a lot of the FF fans have wanted a Cloud. Pretty much at this point, really just waiting for Sephiroth and hoping that they complete the roster for Advent Children. But yeah, the Cloud is a really nice figure. It has a mixture. It's slightly mixed media. It has the soft goods like the cloth. His little robe thing has a wire in it. He comes with the his Buster Sword. Basically in disassembled and assembled. I mean, it's really a nice figure, and again, a lot of people have been waiting for it for a long time. So that would be my pick. Boog, you say you guys didn't put it on the list.
What's that?
The Cloud Strife, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children.
From
version.
You know what's funny? I wanted to hear some of y'all picks and see if we had them already on the list. And if it was something that deserves to be on there, then we'll add
I
it at the
definitely think
last
that
minute.
it definitely deserves to be on the list. I don't know if it'll be chosen, but definitely deserves to be
I
on
mean, we just wanted to have a very good, deep uh, selection of figures for everybody's taste. So no question. I wrote down a couple that I didn't have on there that we'll probably update, and we'll probably remove a couple things too. So it'll be situated by the end of the night.
Cool. Like I said, Rick has mentioned Real Action Heroes Guts Kuroi Kenji Black Swordsman version just came out in Japan. This is a figure a lot of fans have wanted for a long time. In the 1/6 scale. There's lots of custom. It's not quite like on the level of someone like Deadpool where there was no official one, but then for years guys were like making their own Deadpool
Right.
one scale. A lot of people were doing that with Guts as well on a much smaller level because not as popular. But yeah, I mean that's a really it looks from the what I've seen so far. I haven't got my own personal piece yet. I haven't messed with it, but if it's anything like the ones they've done already, it's gonna be pretty incredible. Um, for the Kamen Rider RH this year, the standout one for me was Drive. It's the first time Medicom really went out and did something that's very very high end style, like Hot Toys, very DX a lot with the LED lights and things like that. And I've handled the figure, and I thought it was really nice. Besides that, for Hot Toys, speaking of Hot Toys, I thought standout figures. I mean, there's so much Star Wars released this year. I mean, people love the Han and Chewie, people love the Stormtroopers, Kylo Ren, but definitely, I think the Hot Toys Tatooine Luke, especially of the exclusive version, that one definitely stood out a lot for me. The Darth Vader, while it's not my favorite version because I'm not a big fan of the Episode 4 one. I think it's probably definitely the 1/6 for one as far as 1/6 figures go, the best Darth Vader ever released. Um, and
The
then
Obi-Wan.
the Obi-Wan is nice too. I mean, the old Ben they did a really great job on that figure also. Again, they're all great. It's hard to choose only one, and that's why I was saying it's kind of hard to make the list because I want to mention because all these things are worth mentioning. But then, if I'm only choosing my favorite one, of course I choose my favorite one, what I thought was the best one. But then all of them are good. All of them are comparable to each other. I won't. I mean, I say the Luke is special to me because my favorite character is Luke. And that's oddly enough not my favorite version at all. The Tatooine Luke is not my favorite version. It's actually my least favorite version, but I acknowledge that it's an iconic look for Luke, and that figure is really great. Comes with a lot of great accessories and everything, and yeah. And the Darth Vader again, I consider it the best Darth Vader, but it's much better than the Ultimate Sideshow version that they did a couple of years back. And this Hot Toys one's not. It's not even my favorite version. It's my least favorite version of Darth Vader. So they did a good job with that. And then the Kylo Ren looks really good. The Stormtroopers look great. Han and Chewie um, look really good. For the Marvel stuff, I think the Captain America Age of Ultron version, that's probably the best 1/6 Captain America they've ever done. So that's definitely worth a mention. It fixes all the problems that the Winter Soldier one had, which is like the lack of the stiff articulation at the upper body and things like that because of the bodysuit. They fixed all of that in the Age of Ultron version. The Hot Toys, of course, Mark 43 was a really nice figure. It's basically everything you'd want. And every time they come up with a new Iron Man, a new design, it's always going to be better. And they made some notable differences over the Mark 42, which is more essentially they're both just repaints of each other. Hot Toys also did a really great job with their quarter scale line this year. The Hot Toys quarter scale Mark 43 and the Boba Fett are both probably the best of those characters ever made. Like the Hot Toys quarter scale Mark 43 is probably the greatest Iron Man figure ever made as far as features. I think it was quarter scale, of course, as far as features and options. And the Boba Fett is just unparalleled when it comes to detail. And yeah, they did a really great job with those this year. And those both just came out not too long ago. Definitely worth a mention. I guess, basically, besides that, I'm a big fan of robot toys, and like I said, it's hard for me to compare them as the same thing because robot toys and humanoid figures I kind of consider are different things.
Did you cop that the Revoltech Ultron that just came out?
Oh no, I haven't actually.
I forgot to
actually
mention that.
I ordered it, but I haven't got it yet. What happened?
I said, yeah, I forgot to mention that, but that figure was really, really nice.
How it's good size too, right? Like the height and stuff.
Well, that was my
You know,
only gripe.
Pharaoh has it in hand. What do you think, Pharaoh?
That was,
I
that was
think
my
that
only gripe.
I was telling Boog last night that his height problem is just from the fact of him comparing it to the Rebel Tech compared to the figure arts. You know what I mean? Like if the figure arts Iron Man are all about 6 inches tall, where the Rebel Tech Iron Man are kind of shorter. So if you really put Ultron next to a Rebel Tech figure, he has about that much height on him. So he's actually like
Oh,
he actually towers a Rebel Tech Iron Man. But even with the figure arts, it still has about that much height on it. It's a really good figure, man. I mean, I'm talking about like all of the details, just everything about the figure, like just trumps any of the Ultron figures that I've seen from the movie.
I'm sure
I
it's
really
killing.
really like it.
I'm sure it's killing that half-painted bath.
Oh yeah, no question
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
definitely.
The only thing that was good about the bath, that's what I was telling Pharaoh last night too, was the height. The height on the bath was spot on for from all the
Yeah,
legends. Like you know,
it's
I
a
don't
good
know.
height.
I think the Builder figure was too tall.
it was big, but I've said this for many years. I always like my villains,
you
especially
rather
in
they be bigger
Marvel.
than smaller.
Yeah,
A little
definitely.
bit bigger is okay. A little bit smaller is a no.
Yeah, yeah, not for a villain. The villain should be imposing. They should be scary. But yo, look at the face on this Ultron. Like this shit looks good. Like this is what was missing from the Legends version. All of that detail, the back being painted, and articulation
In
is
your
nuts.
opinion, you haven't played with the SH Figure Arts version. Would you say that if somebody didn't place their order down for an SH Figure Arts version, and the Revoltech is an option for them, would you consider that is a good alternative for that person?
Wait, say that again. Is the Revoltech a good alternative for
Yeah,
Figure
for the
Arts?
SH Figure Arts one.
No, I would still say you should still go for the Figure Arts version because that's gonna be the one that's better
Mm.
suited for you to display with your other Figure Arts figures. Even though I've seen plenty of displays this weekend with the Revoltech Ultron facing off against the Figure Arts, and you can make it work. There's no question about it. The picture that Pharaoh put up looked great. The picture that Logan Stark put up looked really good, and another kid put up a picture today that looked good. I mean, you can definitely finesse it, but um, what I'm not liking about the Hasbro one, I mean, I'm sorry, not the Hasbro one, the Figure Arts one, the way it looks so far, I don't like the hands. Something looks off with the hands. Like I don't know if I don't know.
I think the articulation is going to suffer. As
It
far
might.
as I think when you compare the two, you're going to get way more articulation out of the Rebel. See, this is the thing with the Rebel Tech because the revolver joint is pretty much just a push peg. So what you could do with it is like how I had on my picture, how I had him bending over. I just
Mhm.
pretty much separated the diaphragm and then just kind of stuck it in a little bit, then bent him forward. So
Yeah,
I
that's
pretty much can put him into a ball.
yeah, that's the thing about these figures. It takes a lot of you got to be
It's
at
a
another
learning curve.
level of
There's a
posing
learning
to
curve.
really mess
Um,
with them.
that's the thing about Revoltech figures. A lot of people don't like is that they're not figures. You kind of have to understand how the figure works in order to really get the most potential out of it.
But I mean,
That-
once you figure it out, like once you start pulling, because the entire figure you can pull it apart.
of course, it's all
Yeah.
modular.
So once you start pulling the figure apart and then putting it back together, seeing how the ball swing this way or whichever revolver
Yeah,
joint
of
you want.
course. You
Once you do that,
understand
man, you can get that figure in any pose.
Just about any pose, man. I mean, really, like it makes you actually it makes you feel like, damn, I wish some of the humanoid characters that we got from other companies could pose like this and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Well, the Revoltech line is designed for, getting very dynamic, very naturally dynamic posing. So
right,
Well,
makes
you can do
sense
it with
that.
the Ultron, definitely.
yeah, no question about it.
I
I
just
mean,
think the figure arts, you won't be able to. You definitely won't be able to get into the poses that you can get that figure into.
pretty much
You
anything you
know,
want to do with Ultron, though, with the Revoltech one is it's possible.
and, and like I said, the size difference, like literally, the size difference when I stood the Iron Man, the Mark 45, up to the Ultron, it was like this. So I mean, it's not that big of a difference, but it's still he's a little taller than the Iron Man. I mean, it worked for me. I don't really think like the Build a Figure. he pretty much is like this much taller than the other figures, and I don't think he was that tall. I think he looked that tall standing next to Scarlet Witch or Quicksilver, but I think when you really put him next to Iron Man or whatever, he really wasn't that tall. And if you put and actually I put him next to Captain America, and literally with Captain America, he's like this.
Yeah.
So it's like this with Iron Man, and it's like this with Captain America. So I mean, I don't know, it works good for me, man. I like it.
We just gotta see what happens when the figure-wise version comes out, because even the humanoid characters from Avengers, Thor was way too short. So we just gotta see what they're gonna do with the scale. Thor was like the most disappointing figure.
Do-over.
Yeah.
Those figures need a do-over is Thor. Thor, I mean, they dropped the ball totally on Thor.
That shit
that's
was
crazy.
depressing.
It's just you can't save that figure. There's nothing that you maybe if you get one of those custom cloth capes, maybe he'll be okay. But I don't know. Even the way he moved in the body and stuff.
Yeah, the upper body was like really weird and bulky, and just it didn't look natural. It didn't look good at all, man.
Yeah. So
I hate that cape technology from Bondi. I was just telling Keiyo the other night.
It seems so like below them. It seems like cheap and shit. You know what I'm saying?
It seems so cheap and just uninventive and just bulky and just doesn't look good. At least not to me. I don't like it. I think it turns me off from liking the figures.
Yep.
Definitely. I mean, especially the first taste I had of it was with Batman from the
that Batman
Justice line, and it bothered me a lot. But it didn't bother me as much as it does on Thor. I don't know what it is with Thor. I think it's a combination of the cape and the upper torso piece that's just horrible.
And the thing is, you kind of always hope.
You say what?
I kind of always hope with the Batman, like, oh well, the next one's not going to be like this. Maybe they'll fix it. And I was proven wrong. Now every fucking cape uses that damn technology. Yeah, I hate it. I think it sucks, man.
I think Superman's was probably the best. Superman wasn't that. It didn't bother me as much as Batman or Thor's. Like I said, but when you turn Thor sideways, he's just so fucking wide, man. Just sideways. It's like he's big and fat or something. It's just he rocks way low, and I don't know, man. That Thor. So that's what I said with Ultron. I don't know what they're going to do with them. That's the one that I did not find a way to pre-order. I figure if it's any good, I'll see a review on it quickly, then I'll go and buy it.
No, it's still up. It's still up. We'll talk off.
No, I'm just saying I'm going to wait for somebody else to buy it and really sell me on it.
I got you. Okay, I got you. I thought you were saying you didn't find it anywhere.
No, I seen it. I just said fuck it. I went ahead and
just weren't looking to order it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I remember, Boog, I just told you the other day that it was actually up. But I said, fuck it. I got the Ultron, the Rebel Tech. We'll see how it goes, because I am perfectly happy with the Rebel Tech version. So it's one of those things that it's not going to bother me either way.
So you consider that it's a worthy alternative to the SH Figure Arts one, then?
Definitely. It's like you know what it's like, Keiyo? It's like how the Mayfix Darth Vader is.
Oh, okay.
Compared to the figure arts.
I feel a lot of people have the Mayfix Darth Vader, displayed with their SH Figure Arts because they want the height of that Darth Vader, pretty much. Right.
It is definitely the one that I think you should go with for at this point in time. We haven't seen the figure arts one, so I'm not going to just sit here and shit on it, but I don't really think people are going to replace the Rebel Tech one. Not unless Boog tells them to, and then they go flock out.
Boog said, "Fuck the size. Just get the figure arts one."
I would definitely recommend this.
Boog says spend half of those Walmart paychecks on the snapshot Spidey.
I would definitely recommend this Ultron. Though I'm really, really digging this figure a lot.
I'll never forget the days of Snapshot Spidey being, in my opinion, too expensive at $20. At the time.
Listen, all I'm going to say is, not to dwell on it, that Spider-Man is bad.
You don't like that Spider-Man?
Well, no,
I like that. That's not what I said.
The only figure that uses that body that I accept is Deadpool. I don't like those big ass round shoulders it has.
It's
I that's,
weird.
that's I
All those
love
damn
that Spider.
bumps that show the muscles under, like on the side of his diaphragm.
You
All the,
know
I mean,
what? You know what? I equate that figure to a domestic Revoltech figure. Like, it
no.
has so many options for articulation to pose it to get it into such nice poses, but some of that is sacrificed with the fact that you can see some of the way
But
it's
it's ugly, man.
engineered.
He's all his arms sit out so
It's
unnaturally,
it's
man.
weird when you stand them in like a vanilla pose, but when you start doing dynamic shit with that figure, it's pretty. The way it's engineered is pretty nice, especially for the time that it came out, man. You gotta give it that credit. But like for a more uh streamlined, kind of cleaner Spider-Man from those days, it'll probably be obviously McFarlane or the Fearsome Foes, as far as like being a slender, more um,
The
accurate version to the
the the
comic
fearsome
books.
the fearsome foes head on top of Snapshot Spidey. That is the '90s cartoon
Hmm.
Spider-Man when you mix those two together. And I love that figure. This is one of my favorite Spider-Mans. I just remember back in the day, I used to see it for $20 and think like, well, I'm not gonna pay no $20. And now I'm just thinking about it like, damn.
I love that figure. I loved it from the Toy Biz days. I love that one. Again, those was like my top three Spider-Man figures for a long time. Snapshot, Fearsome Foes, and the McFarlane.
Mm, I don't know. Like I said, I fucked with the McFarlane. I could do the Fearsome Foes because it's the same things in McFarlane Spider Man. I don't really like the face sculpt from the Fearsome Foes, but I mean, you can always swap that out with a if you break your fucking McFarlane, swap the head out, whatever.
We echoing. I think somebody got a tab open or something.
That's probably KO. There we go.
Yeah,
It was
I
me.
I think that hey, the first McFarlane Spider-Man I ever had, actually, some guy sold me a Fearsome Foes body with a McFarlane head.
Mm.
He
Yo,
sold it to me for $8.
what's funny when they started putting out the knockoff McFarlane Spider-Man, those shits was actually better than the original version. I got the
Yeah,
knockoff one.
they had nicer paint.
Yep, I got a knockoff one, and I've got two original ones, and then the knockoff one is better.
Oh, and I wish I could find a knockoff one because my girl, I had set my McFarlane up, and it actually fell over the balcony on my dio, and it was laying on the floor, and I didn't know it. And she came in the house, happened to use the bathroom, running straight to the living room, straight through where I had my shit set up at, and stepped down on it and slid it across the kitchen
Oh
floor.
man.
And I
Jesus.
mean, it broke. Those the joints that make them bend in like that. Those things broke. I mean, I don't have a McFarlane anymore, so I am sad. Now that we talking about it, but
You know what's funny? Just a few years ago, I remember I was chatting with Emiya over here. We were just randomly talking on a day, and he's like, "Oh man, I'm gonna go stop at my comic shop." Came back from the comic shop, and he's like, "Dude, I just bought a McFarlane Spider-Man for $7 out of some guy's trunk."
hey, that's a deal because I only paid 20. The one I had, I paid 20 for it.
I guarantee
And
you,
I was
and another 5, 10 years, Pizza Spidey is gonna be the new McFarlane Spider-Man. Watch.
That's a great figure. And with from that figure, we got my favorite, Ben Riley.
Right. Well, any of the Spider-Man that came out after that on that mold are all money, no question
Oh
about
But you
that.
know
hell
what?
yeah!
I
The
think that
freaking the what's that one with the hood? Scarlet Spider. That shit
that
is
was.
clean as fuck, man.
Hey man, so is 2099. All of those
Yeah.
figures,
Yeah. You
man.
know what? A lot of people just don't have much they could do with that figure display wise, so you don't see it getting a lot of burn. But yeah, that figure is nice as fuck too. Yeah.
That I think they really did the thing with that Spider-Man. You know what? This is what I was just saying about Spider-Man figures being my favorite Marvel Legends. Just in general, the new wave, the Ben Riley from that wave, the Spider Carnage or whatever else.
Hmm.
All that shit
Yeah.
looks really nice, man.
Dude, the fact that they made it so that you could interchange for Spider
Yeah,
Carnage is
that was
sick.
very,
No
very.
one, no one knew that was gonna happen, and then we saw the product shots, and we were like, oh shit.
Anytime Legends gives you something extra like that, I gotta give them props because they only doing that for the fans. There's, you know what I'm saying? Like that's such strictly like some fan shit right there. That's
Yep.
not,
Yeah, like I was telling Keiyo yesterday, it kind of just feels like, they kind of came to the realization, like I guess these guys weren't kidding. The only people that buy Legends are collectors.
You
That's
know
the
what it is?
reality.
They're lurking. They're lurking on the boards and shit. They're on the Foosh. They on A.C.B.A. They on all of these different places and shit, and being in the forums and shit like that. Like Jesse Falcon is around, and I'm sure Dwight is around, and these dudes are around. They know what people are doing. They know about display art, and they know what it is. No question about that.
Well,
So
I definitely have to pat him on the back because one, Spider-Man with all those interchangeable hands and everything, I just didn't think that they gave enough fuck about the line to actually do that, to give us
yeah,
web shooters, fist, and open hands. So,
that was the
and,
best shit they could have ever done. No
and
question.
what they did to Iron Fist, I was like totally proud of them for that. Like seriously, for them to give Iron Fist all those hands or whatever, that was really, really, really
Yeah,
dope of
it,
them.
it
That's
wasn't it wasn't Spider-Man, it wasn't Wolverine, it was
Right,
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist.
That's
Like
a that's
okay,
a sleeper like good figure of this year actually too. Like it can't really knock out, a lot of shit, but that was a very good figure. It was a very
yeah, it
good figure.
was.
And it'll be interesting to see this next Iron Fist that we get because like Todd was saying, just the other day, the Dwight Stahl and I forget the name of the other guy that works on Legends. Dwight Stahl and that other guy, they both claim that we're never gonna see that Iron Fist body again. So it'll be interesting to see if they put Iron Fist on
Really?
the Pizza
Yeah,
Spidey
I don't
mold
know
or not.
about that.
That would be stupid. That would be just
Yeah.
Yeah,
dumb as
I don't
fuck.
know
I,
about
I
that.
wouldn't I wouldn't know what they would put it on.
Yeah,
I
because
was
if they
just
go ahead
wondering.
and put him on freaking Bucky Cat mold, that won't make no sense. The mold that they used for Iron Fist was perfect. Perfect.
Yeah,
You know what they might use? They might whatever body that is they use for Morbius. I don't know.
isn't
I
that the
I can't.
isn't that the what's that dude with the scythe on his hand?
No,
It's
it's
not
not
Isn't
his.
that
I
it?
don't think that. You talk about fucking
Grim Reaper.
Reaper,
Reaper.
Grand Reaper or whatever. I don't think that's his body. Grand Reaper has a. He's not big, but he's not small. He's not. I don't
It's
think.
that medium mold that they talked about. Captain America is going to be on that same mold, and I bet you if they do a Wonder Man, it'll be on that same mold too. I bet you we'll get a Wonder Man on that mold. Bet you.
Yeah, it's definitely possible, man. I just want them to do. I want them to stay away from those characters who constantly change suits. Like I don't want to see another Hyperion. I don't give a fuck what color he's wearing.
Wait, say
Like
it again.
Hyperion. I don't want to see another Hyperion.
I do kind of want that other one because first of all, you talked about this shit too, but the Thor, we need a proper Thor. We need
That's true.
finally a proper Thor. So if they were to give us a proper Thor and redo Hyperion with the more updated modern colors and shit, because Thor and Hyperion was running together heavy over the past few years in the comic books and shit. So that would be great if they did something and updated both of those characters. But we need a proper Thor. They got to get off of that mold that they're using for him. You can't, like you said, you can't do shit with those Thor figures except stand them up. That's it. You put them in a
Well,
picture with Cap and Iron Man, big three picture, vanilla. That's it. You're not doing nothing dynamic with
I
that
just
figure. It's
I
shitty.
just want them. I want them to give me some figures that I'm just like fans. I want another Moon Knight.
Yep.
I mean, it's just it's certain figures that
They'll do Moon
they
Knight.
got
I
with the
think they'll do
toy.
Moon Knight. They'll do
Well, they need
another
to get
Moon
on it.
Knight.
I just don't want them to keep like okay with this like the Captain America wave or whatever. We get another Captain America. It's not the worst thing in the world to get another Captain America, especially as a classic looking Captain America. But I don't want any more Captain Americas now. I mean, I'm kind of like Captain America out.
I don't want to see no movie figures from Legends. Period. I don't give a fuck about their movie figures.
Oh
I don't want to
man,
see it.
I mean, fuck a movie figure. But I don't know. Certain movie figures were kind of dope. Like Ant-Man was kind of dope.
You know what? It was a nice figure. You're right. The Ant-Man figure was actually a really, really nice figure.
And
But
they
you just don't care about it too much because it's the movie design. You know what I'm saying?
But
But
you know what? Isn't
it
he
was
using that? I think I just seen him. What the fuck was it? I just see the cartoon. He has that suit on.
really.
And
which
I think
cartoon?
the movie Ant Man, the whole entire mask was closed, and on the cartoon he had the open piece. And I think it's a mixture in between or something.
Hmm.
Oh, who knows? What else we got up for discussion?
All right. Damn. We only hit one
Before
topic, but we're already.
before we finish this, let's just let me mention the robot stuff that I wanted to mention.
this fucker never even finished. We got so
It's okay. It's
distracted.
okay. It's okay. I mean, the robot stuff is not really a lot of A.C.B.A. guys are into that, but I'll just mention anyway because I don't feel
We don't
right
like
not
robots
mentioning
that
it.
turn.
What happened?
I said we
You
don't
don't like?
like robots that transform into office buildings.
Uh, anyways,
Man,
again, I want to second the empty Star Saver. I'm a huge fan of the Japanese Transformers, and I know a lot of American guys are they hate on it and stuff. But as I said many times before, they already said they're doing pretty much all those American characters you guys want anyway. So I mean, there's no reason why the Japanese fans can't get some love with characters that they grew up with. And MG Star Saver Star Saver is pretty much perfect. It's great, and I'm very happy we have it. I hope that they do more, Japanese exclusive characters. Moving on from that, the Bandai Metal Build series, the Strike Freedom, would probably I would consider would pretty much be between that and Metamorphosis, the Sentinel Metamorphosis series. Dan Cougar would pretty much be considered the two top robot toys of the year for me. The Strike Freedom has pretty much everything going for it, top notch production values. It is just it's an incredible figure. It has all the top robot toy designers in the industry working on it. It just came out, and yeah, I mean, I would pretty much consider, I mean, for the most part, it'd be between that and Dan Cougar, but yeah, those two are really incredible engineering. They're very much incredible everything. They're really expensive, but yeah, I mean, they are the cream of the crop. The metal build gold frame Amatsu is also a really nice piece that came out earlier in the year. It was people were talking about how the Strike Freedom kind of took the thunder away from it because of just how incredible it is. Um, like I said, Sentinel, all about the engineering. Some of their other pieces besides Dan Cougar um, are very noteworthy pieces. The Ryobot series, Zone of the Enders Anubis, is also really incredible piece, incredible engineering, really great. And both for the Matamo Force series, aside from Dan Cougar also has his attachment, Black Wing, which you can make Ultimate Dan Cougar with it, so makes Dan Cougar even more incredible. But also the Guy King the Knight, there are two different versions. There's Guy King the Knight, the regular version, and also the open face version for when Guy King goes in its crazy berserk mode. And not really a berserk mode, but yeah, basically kind of a high offense mode. And those figures are also really nice. So I just wanted to mention it because I would feel wrong not mentioning it.
They paying you, motherfucker. Give us some free shit.
Anyways, next topic.
Everybody on this show is taking pay over.
all right. The next topic is
What's up next, Rick?
all right. The next topic is going to be, what are our top companies of the year? Which companies we liked, the constant work that they've put out, and whatnot. So let's kick it off. But which companies you think came strong this year? Not just
Well,
big consistency.
they not. Yeah, I got to give it up to Hasbro Marvel Legends this year. Honestly, like really, they've been extremely consistent and rapid fire with the release of figures. Not to say that everything has been top notch, but they put out a lot of good stuff consistently, and it's been the most consistent that they've ever been, ever. Even in the Toy Biz days, we would get probably, I guess, what, 2 waves in a year when Toy Biz was really kicking.
No, we
Maybe,
got a little
maybe
more than that.
three, huh?
Yeah, yeah, maybe about 3.
Maybe three, because it'll be like every 3 months or something like that with Toy Biz. So freaking Hasbro this year, man, they went nuts, man. And look, they even squeezed in one more wave right at the end of the year. This the Absorber Man wave dropped right before the new year, basically. I mean, it's not out every single year, but a lot of people have it before the year was out. They went. But Hasbro, I got to give it up to Hasbro with that, and not to mention that they fixed a lot of issues with availability of the line. I mean, it's every fucking where. We saw Legends in Walgreens this year. Like that's nuts. Walgreens. Like you would never think that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I got to give it up to Hasbro. Obviously, Figure Arts has been pretty consistent as well. But yeah, I'm not even gonna go through the other lines. Hasbro has been the most consistent line and put out probably the most stuff. We can't really say that for, I guess, for like Hot Toys and other stuff like that. Other things that are valued at more money. They're obviously not going to be putting out a figure every month that's $400 and shit. So, Hasbro's been the most consistent in my book. I'm not even going to go through the other lines. Obviously, we just been talking about it for an hour. All the shit that's come out this year that's been amazing. But Hasbro has really done their thing.
I think not to even mirror what he said, Hasbro definitely. But my reasons are a little different. I think that what I like about what Hasbro has done is it was a lot of flaws in the way Toy Biz did shit. Period. I mean, I know a lot of people are just, you hear them and they're stuck. Toy Biz Legends, this, that, and the other, and whatever. But the point is that what Hasbro has done is, one, they have pretty much eliminated all of the crap you had to go through to build a team. Especially when it was those times where you couldn't find Kitty Pryde or you couldn't find Miss Marvel or whatever, and it's like, well, you can't fucking build these teams because you can't find these figures because they made this one crucial part of the team a fucking chase figure. So it was like, it was crazy, and I think that they did a really good job. They stumbled a little bit with the whole run and change thing, and then I think they seen the error of their ways and just said, fuck it. We're going to just give you all the figures. You don't have to run around and look for them, whatever else. I think that was really cool of them. I also think that some of the character selection has gotten way better. The figures, even though some of the paint apps are kind of, iffy on them, whatever, but they're still a solid line. And I think also another company, and I always give them shit, but NECA has actually, as far as movie figures and video game figures, I think they did their thing. I mean, even with their recent announcements, they just announced Nathan Drake. I don't know if any of you guys played the Uncharted series, but Nathan Drake is probably one of my top 10 video game characters ever.
Yeah, I love Uncharted, so.
So I think that NECA, just even the older classic movie figures, they've done a lot. That quality control and that plastic, they got to work that shit out. But other than that, they've done their thing. I don't really think, like you said, Bandai. That's needless to say, man. I'm not even going to go into these import companies because these import companies, they're already on top of their game anyway. I think Mayfex was the one I had, or Media Coast or whatever. I don't know, whoever. Keiyo's here, he can save me with that. But I think that they pretty much dropped the ball as far as like the import run, how everything was just coming out from imports, just crucial. And then they came out with that Batman with those arms falling off and shit. And then they dropped the ball with this Amazing Spider-Man 2 or whatever. They dropped the ball with that figure. I don't really know what they were thinking about, but other than that, man, I think it's been a great year for the companies I named.
You do remember, just remember that for the Mafex lines done by Medicom, Medicom technically, normally, they mostly do 1/6 scale. I don't know why they decided they wanted to get into I guess, and with their figures are like what 1/10 scale, I guess. I guess
No, their figures are more like I want to say 112.
112. You say you'd say they're 6-inch scale?
They're probably like the true 6 inch scale, little slightly under 6 inches, maybe.
Yeah, I think the reason the figures have been kind of ending up kind of odd lately, at least just my personal opinion, I think it's the price they charge is kind of low. I think if they charged maybe like $15-20 more, they could put more pressure on the factory, and the quality, the QC and stuff would be better. Sometimes because when you look at the size of the figures, you look at what everyone else is charging. Their figures are actually kind of cheap by comparison, price wise. I think
Yeah,
if they were
it's especially evident with that Darth Vader.
yeah, I think if they charged maybe 15-20 bucks more, and I honestly don't think people would mind. I think they would you could probably add a lot of features, a lot of stability, or whatever problems that they had. I think they could easily fix. So that's what I think anyway.
Oh,
But
also
I
quickly,
definitely feel you on that. I mean, there were a lot of reports, and yeah, that Amazing Spider-Man 2, mine was like really, really floppy when I got
right.
it. So yeah, I definitely feel you on that.
I wanted to quickly point out, I think DC Collectibles as well. I forgot to mention them. I think that they still don't have it together yet. I mean, that's evident. They don't have it together yet, but they're really making great strides in getting us a perfect figure because the
I like.
icons have their problems. But if you ever handled the Arkham Knight figures are damn near perfect as far as articulation goes. The ab crunches, everything, man.
Yeah,
The
there's a lot of promise in what they're doing right now,
You know what I
for
like
sure.
about DC Collectibles? They seem to want to listen to the feedback from the fans and shit. Like, man, they listen to the fact that people was crazy disappointed about the animated series figures that first came out, and they say, you know what, we're gonna fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like any company that does that or says that they're gonna fix the problem,
Yeah,
and
all,
they
all these
recognize that
all
it's a
these
problem.
guys all these guys asked for was picture proof, and they replaced your figures for you.
Right. So yeah,
No,
that's
nobody over here in the U.S. is doing that shit.
Well, Mattel is the one that's dragging behind because Mattel is the only company I've ever seen that will make you out to be the problem with their figures.
Yeah, that's Mattel. That's
You
I
don't
Mattel.
know how to
mean,
play with it.
oh well. I mean, seriously though, with I remember back when the Wave 3 of the DC Universe Classics. That's the one with I think Sinestro was in Wave 3, and the
Nightwing, right?
Sinestro was
Nightwing.
with Nightwing and Deathstroke.
Nightwing, right? Yeah.
And Sinestro was really fucking short. He was really fucking short.
hmm
And they went through. The first thing was, oh no, we got reference pics. He is short. And they started trying to show all these pictures of him being short. Then they changed the story to the mold shrunk. So that's why the figure was short. And it's just like, dude, just be like, y'all fucked up. You know what I mean? It's like the same thing with Diamond Select. And what's his name, Boog?
Zach.
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 Zach O.
He just wouldn't say he fucked up. It was just like,
Well, it ain't, I don't know if it's him though. Like Zach is like the face of the brand and whatever. He's not the one
He's not
sculpting those shit.
responsible,
well,
is what you're saying.
what I'm saying is just being spoken. You're on the ground floor with everybody else. You're in the forums. You're posting the pictures on Instagram. You're posting pictures in other groups. We had him in A.C.B.A. posting pictures and shit.
hmm
So at this, when someone says, "Well, man, that Carnage, man, he's the size of Colossus. He's too big." I mean, at some point in time, you got to be like, well, you know what? The figure's great. It's a great figure, and maybe he is out of scale. Because people was going to buy the figure anyway. They like the figure. And you know what's crazy about it?
I've seen people say that was in their top 10 this year still.
Right.
So.
But you know what's crazy? Where did it go? Have you noticed it was never a re-release of that Carnage figure?
Mm. Wasn't they supposed to re-release Venom? Did it come back out?
Yeah, Venom came back out.
Mm.
Everything only two figures I haven't seen a re-release of is the movie Black Widow and that fucking Carnage. They knew that damn Carnage was too damn big.
It was one of those things where you just kind of wanted, like, dude, just say that you guys made it too big. Not a big deal. Just say it. Just
Right.
say it. You made it too big. Whatever. Not a big deal. Keep it real though. Don't fucking blame. Here, look at this art. Look at how big he is. Man, that's like he points out fan art and stuff
Right.
like that. Like, man, what the, like that's fan art. That's not real.
Right. They photoshopping pictures of Giant Man and shit. Talking about his carnage.
Yeah, like dude, this says right at the bottom fan art. But still, you know what I mean? He can do anything. Like, oh god, come on, man.
I just think it's great. This has been a great year, last year, 2 years for collecting figures anyway. Period. Though, even with all the slights and everything, man, there's been a lot of good shit coming out.
No question about that. It's been a very, very, very good year. But yeah, like I was talking with my man Chris last night. We was just talking about the amount of money that everybody spent this year. Was I don't think there's been any other year in collecting that I bought so much shit, man.
Yeah. But you know what really set us back was the Hulkbuster,
Yep,
the articulated icons.
yep.
There was some other shit
Batmobile.
too that really
Yeah, any of these bigger vehicles, Batmobile, the TIE
yeah.
Fighter, any of that shit, anything that was, any vehicle that came out, because most of the shit was for 6-inch figures. So any vehicle set you back a little bit.
Oh, TIE Fighter's $50 at my Target.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, actually,
$49.99.
actually wanted to say something right now to the fans, and to everybody here on the panel. Right now, there's video proof. It's like blasting all over these communities. You can get, me and Keiyo always joke about Jack Pacific, but you can get that giant, Kylo Ren for 99 cents.
$1,
That
right?
Yeah, for $1, the 32-inch, Kylo Ren is ringing up right now for some strange reason at Targets for $1.
Hmm.
People have
So
been
it's
denying
rated up as
them.
a Hot Wheels.
Yeah, it rings up as a Hot Wheels for some reason, and it's working. Everybody keeps posting pictures that they're actually getting it. So, after this thing is over,
Wait, wait,
I'm getting the
wait.
fuck out of it.
The Pharaohs, please tell me about the TIE fighters.
He's
You
like,
know what? No, I mean, listen.
it's like I'm
Look,
going to
man,
Walmart tonight.
I do not. I don't care about having the TIE Fighters. I don't see myself being able to do much A.C.B.A. with it without it sitting on the ground. I mean, I'm not about to get up on a ladder string the fuck up and shit. It's just not gonna happen. I'm not gonna go into a room and paint the room black like a solar system and hang this fucking TIE Fighter around and take pictures to try to get some
Okay,
likes. Like,
okay,
it's
but
gonna happen.
how? So your Target selling TIE fighter for $50?
Yeah, they're 40. When you walk in, and peep this out. When you walk into the store, most Targets you gotta hang a left, and they're sitting like a big sign. I could take a picture of it for you, man. They went
Do
from
they still have them?
80 to 50. The last time I went, 2 days ago, they had one in the front and they had two in the actual toy aisle.
Can you buy one for me?
So
Can you buy me a TIE fighter?
if you're gonna pay to ship that motherfucker, man.
He gonna come and pick that shit up. All you gotta do is hold it for him.
To be honest with you though, what I can do for you, I should be able to send you the information you need, and they should price match it.
Close your other screen at me and we echoing again.
Sure.
These his Target won't price match actually.
Why?
He's tried it before. They refused to price match him for
Fuck
other
that. I'll
Targets.
take that shit to corporate. That's what you gotta do. You gotta act like a soccer mom or some shit and take that shit up the chain of
Well,
Yeah,
pretty
command.
much,
you know what's funny?
unless you can get me a receipt, like if you could buy one Pharaoh and literally return it right away, if you can get a receipt after you buy it, priced like from a Monday to a Saturday, then I can get it. Because the guy basically said, because I went in to try to price match it on Sunday, and the guy was like, "Oh, all the new sales start today, so I can't price match anything for you." That's what he told me.
I will go tomorrow, and sometime that day. I gotta go out tomorrow anyway, and we'll work it out. I mean, if I gotta buy the motherfucker, I will. I mean, I really don't want to. I won't lie to you.
Very good. Thank you, the Pharaohs.
Yeah,
So we
what a
want to take some questions now.
Yeah, let's do Q&A. We've gone too long. We'll do the other We'll do the other topics next week. Emiya, you handle the questions.
I never got to say what companies I like.
Man, nobody gives a damn about what you like. I mean, I didn't say my companies either, honestly, but you know,
Fuck
no
it.
big
I
Fine, it's
mean,
fine. I'm just, you know, this is
What?
just.
No. Name some of the companies that you thought.
I mean, you took fucking an hour naming all the fucking figures you like.
It's all good. It's all good.
We echoing. Somebody's got something open.
It's
yeah.
me. It's me. Anyways, so anyone have any questions? Start asking them now. I'll start running down the list on the side.
A couple of questions already in, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
No. There's some questions there. I don't want to miss anybody, so
Gotcha.
I'm going down. You guys can keep talking about something else while I look for the questions.
Yeah, man. Let's talk more about how Keiyo's opinion sucks.
Hey, fucking Fabio sent in his top 10 list, and his top 10 goes NECA Aliens, NECA Home Alone, NECA Superman, NECA Randy figure with ball dropping action.
Jesus.
Stupid. Shit, NECA everything.
Right, everything NECA.
I think Fabio was working on his tournament entry. Today is the last day of the 2015 tournament. We had extended the date. It should have ended last week according to the original schedule, but we extended the date because we took a little while to get the last results out because my girl was sick last month and was in a hospital. So today's the last day, and I haven't watched any entries yet, but the screen grabs that I'm looking at look pretty good. I think everybody's ready. You know, they're bringing the A game for the final round.
They got me last round with those screen grabs.
Right.
They ain't gonna get me again this time, man.
We'll see. Hopefully everybody's poised. Like this is it. This is for the money right here. You know what I'm saying? You wanna at the very least come in the top 5. At least you guarantee a trophy and guarantee some cash and some prizes. So you don't want to be out of that top 5. So
Where's the questions at, Keiyo? What the hell's
All right,
going
here's
on?
the first question.
Keep making up his own questions.
All right, looks like someone already answered this question. Let me go down. Yeah, we don't have a lot of questions actually.
right.
We have a lot of comments. We have a lot of comments.
Yeah, we have a lot of comments, not a lot of questions.
Read
Okay,
some.
someone asked, king of all blends. Is it blends? Or blurs. Anyways, do you guys know much about 3A toys? They just released Judge Depp, and it's like the Mezco Dread with real cloth.
I've seen some pictures of the.
Isn't the Mezco Dread has real cloth?
It
Yeah,
does have real cloth. It does have real cloth. I guess
Right.
he's trying to ask. He's trying to ask. I guess if it's 3A and Mezco both have lines coming out for Judge Dredd right now. They're not related in any way, but they both have, and they both have the similar style where it's like a kind of like a 1/12 scale, like doll, like with fabric clothing and everything. So
they both going to be releasing the Lawmaster too.
yeah. So
Yeah, but they're different versions. You're gonna get. I think the Mezco has a more updated version of Lawmaster, and the 3A has that classic Lawmaster with this square front.
The 3A, you copping the 3A Lawmaster and Judge Dredd is cheaper than than copping the bike and the figure for Mezco too.
But that Lawmaster from Mezco looks better.
Mm. Yeah, it does. It does. It looks like you get more. It looks more meaty. It looks like you get more for your money from that one though, for sure.
Mm.
I've seen some pictures with the 3A Judge Judge Death. They look pretty good. Matter of fact, Jerry Gamboa just put up a picture recently with that figure, if I'm not mistaken.
What's the next question,
All
Kale?
right. The next question. Benjamin
Buttons?
Aiton. Benjamin Aiton. I think it's Ableton. What's the accessory of the year? For example, the Marvel Select Thor swinging Mjolnir. Mjolnir or whatever.
That's a good question. That was a good accessory because the thing that was good about that was you could use it not only with the Marvel Select, but you could definitely use it with the Legend Store, and it looks good. It looked great in pictures and shit when you finessed it the right way. So that was definitely a good one. The explosion effects from Tamashi were amazing. I didn't like did the fire come out this year? The flames
Fire
came
was
out
last
this
year,
year?
I believe.
Yeah,
Fire was last year.
Last year.
I've heard that the knockoff flames are better than the official ones because the knockoff ones have better light piping. So I don't have the knockoff ones, but that's what I've heard.
The color is brighter. It's not really the piping, I think. The color is brighter, so they illuminate it better.
And there's more variety in color.
Yeah, they're different. There's more colors as well.
Right? Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, they're not really. Oddly enough, they're not really any cheaper. They're actually sometimes they're actually more expensive. But yeah, but you have more variety of colors, and they're brighter color to begin with.
I heard they smell like ass too.
Yeah, there's a strong plasticizer smell.
I like
Shit.
I like the lightning effects.
Yeah, they're nice.
I think that they should go ahead and bootleg those in red.
You know what they need in red? They need that aura effect in red for the freezer, or for anything really.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I really
was
like
just
the
gonna
aura
say
effect. This shows up nice in pictures too.
Yeah, I hate to sound like I'm just copying what fucking Pharaoh's saying over here, but I think the lightning effects were my favorite of the year too, for sure. It was when I got them in, I never thought to myself like, I wish they would have done this. I liked what was done. I had no
got
complaints.
a lot for your money.
Yeah, you got a lot for your money. It breaks off into like a fucking million pieces, and I thought it was.
So the fact that
really
you could
good.
break it down and you could use singular pieces, and they put the little hole in that one singular piece where you could put it on a figure's finger or in the palm of their hand and shit like that. Like the variety of things you could do display wise with the electric effects is definitely.
I mean, just the other day we had Mike Wang. Shout out to Mike Wang. Post that picture of Kylo Ren putting out his hand, stopping the blast, and you had that electric.
Yeah,
that
was
electric
fire
effect.
right there.
That was sick.
The Sunday special today on Instagram. That shit's heating up. I think it's almost at 600 likes or some shit right now on Instagram.
Yeah,
so,
that was a nice picture.
that shit was fire.
Just goes to show, and I took a picture before, of something that's not even technically an action figure. I took a picture of the DeLorean being like spun out with the electricity, and there's a lot of things you could do with it. And, I think you get a lot for what you pay for.
Your toast on it.
Man, fuck you in that damn toast cutout, damn it. Keiyo, what's the next question? And but also say what's your favorite effect of the year.
I really like the aura effects, and I do like the thunder, the lightning effects as well. Those were all really good. I think the next thing we need for effects wise for Tamashi to do would definitely be the probably some kind of blast effect would be cool.
Yeah, I see Matt Molar just posted a picture with the with the lightning effect right now on a cutout and shit with the Mortal Kombat figures. I think somebody had asked about what we like picture-wise this week too.
Yeah, we actually have a lot of questions flowing in right now.
All right.
Go for the next question, or you guys want to say what's the best picture this week?
What was I guess we all agreeing that the Effect Thunder was the best effect.
Thunder probably overall, yeah, for sure.
All right.
I mean, as far as stuff that came with figures, nothing comes to mind at the moment for me.
No, yeah, it would definitely have to be something that was released by Bandai Tamashi, no question.
Yeah. So, next question, or you guys want to say the pictures you guys like?
We could go with the next question. We could save the picture for last.
All right. Pennington54 asks, the Mayfix line of Batman versus Superman, think we will get a movie Doomsday, Aquaman, and the Mafex line.
Oh, that shit ain't happening.
Wait,
Um,
what do you ask?
If we're gonna get
Doomsday,
Doomsday or Aquaman
Aquaman.
from Mayfax, not.
You might.
Mm, I
I
don't
just
know.
you
you
gotta
know what?
realize.
I will say that I believe you will get an Aquaman once the next movie comes out. I don't know about that Doomsday
Right,
movie
that's
though.
what I was gonna say. I don't know about the first movie for those other figures that'll have a 1 minute cameo in a movie.
I mean, I think that Mayfix surprised us with the Batman line by bringing out a 2.0 Batman along with a Catwoman and a Batpod. So, I mean, it's possible. It really depends on the role he plays in the movie, I think. I don't really know if he's going to actually play that big of a role to get a figure. But like I said, it really, if they want to stretch the line out, they're really going to have to make some of these characters because or they're just going to pretty much be stuck at Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. So, I mean, I really don't know.
With Metacom, I think it's just come down really. I mean, like as Pharaoh said, it's really just going to come down to how well those other ones do. I mean, Batman always does well, so it's a possibility. I'm guessing we'll get all the We're already getting 2 of the Batman. Then we'll be surprised to get another more Batman. But if they do well, they'll do more. Next question. Drew Olive asked, "What DC Icons figures do we need in 2016?"
We need Deathstroke.
Oh, that's for damn sure. We need a
We
we need
need
a Nightwing.
Icon.
We need where's Nightwing?
Where's Nightwing? You're right. Robin. Fucking shit. I mean, we need. I don't know. There's a lot of characters that we actually
We need everything that
need that.
DCUC did for the most part, except some
Pretty
of
much
those
right. You're
some of those
right.
dumbass characters.
But the thing with DC Icons, the great thing about it is DC Icons, of course, is made by DC Collectibles, which is pretty much owned by DC. So when you have a company, when you have a comic company doing their own figures, you have a good chance of seeing any damn thing.
Yeah.
They're not really,
Yeah.
they don't have to stick to
I
certain.
mean, the only thing that's bothering me with the icons is it's not even about the characters. I have no doubt in my mind that they're gonna make all the characters that we want to see, and they're gonna look great. I'm just concerned about that extra articulation that we need. That's it.
Honestly, in my opinion, I don't think that the articulation is terrible, and if they stuck to it, I wouldn't be as upset. But what I
Yeah,
want from
baby. I'm hungry.
what I want not just from DC Icons, but from Hasbro too, is I want these faces to start having expressions. I'm tired of these
Word.
blank. I'm
Word.
tired of these blank stares. I don't want that no more. I don't want it.
Man, that Flash figure is disappointing with the face, man. Yeah, you're right.
Why?
Definitely.
That's Barry.
I wish
That's Barry Allen. He was always serious.
I wish he was Wally West so we could have that smirk, that like
know
that's
what?
what I want. I want these expressions.
Maybe they
Like
just need to
Craven.
add an extra head in there. You know, you give it a little more variety. Add one extra head in there, some shit.
Yeah.
I think 2.0 versions will have different faces. I don't think that they want to pretty much cancel out. I mean, okay, like with Barry Allen. I mean, if they could have given him some other face, I don't know what it would be or whatever, or Batman. Let's use Batman. They did a gritting face or a whatever other type of face. I mean, it kind of cancels out what you would do with the black and gray Batman or blue and gray one with the black. I mean, with the yellow symbol. I mean, who knows? We really don't know what they're going to actually do because they're still doing the first runs of everything. But I definitely understand what you guys are saying about wanting more expression. But me personally, I'd rather have a blank expression. I mean, because I don't want to get stuck with. It's easier for me to do a scene with a blank expression versus having an actual expression. Because then I'm kind
You
of
know
stuck.
what? My thing is that I would rather pay $3 to $4 more for you to give me an extra head too, so I could have both. I could have the blank and I could have the
No
expression.
doubt.
I'd rather pay more money. I don't
No
give a
doubt.
damn.
I understand that definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Three or four
We're
more dollars
getting
for
great
extra
stuff.
head sculpt. That's worth it. That's
Yep.
you two or three more dollars, you would pay that for somebody to cast the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So
mean, they're doing great stuff right now. I mean, they're giving us a fucking static shock already in the fourth wave.
no doubt.
You know, I want an icon, I want a rocket. You know, I want a lot of this milestone stuff, and I'm loving what they're doing. You know, and as long as like Boog said, you know, they should improve the articulation. You know, fix the head and hopefully have a thigh cut at some point. You know, there's some stuff that can be done, and there's a lot of promise in what they're doing.
I'm just afraid that it might not be cost effective for them to do that at this point. They might be already set on, those molds, and they got to just stick with that, which is unfortunate if that's the case. But like, man, if they if they are able to add that extra articulation on the head and neck and that thigh cut, they're gonna be something to fuck with, no question about it. Like a lot of people are gonna get on that, man.
I think if the line does well, I think it's doing pretty well actually. I
Yeah, it
don't think
seems like it is.
Yeah, so I think if the line does well, like you just said, the ones that they already have planned out are pretty much going to probably just that's what it's going to be. But I think going forward, they might go ahead and say fuck it because actually quickly, I was trying to explain this to another dude on one of the groups. The actual layout, they show you all the points of articulation that the figures will have, and the possible points of articulation the figures could have. And I think it's going to be really relative as they see fit. But they actually do have the thigh cut and the ball jointed neck that lifts up. They just like with the Batman figure, they just hadn't had a line pointing to it, so it just let you know that it wasn't going to have it, which is weird. But I mean, it could be promising, man.
It
Yeah,
definitely
a lot of promise. What else? What else we got, Emiya?
All right, moving on. What does Madra 3000 asks, what does everyone think? What does everyone think about Namor being a Legends exclusive at
At
Walgreens?
Walgreens.
It means you'll get them.
Yeah, no
And
question about that.
he looks good. We saw that preview image. He looks good. I don't care where they sell him as long as I
Yeah,
get
really,
him.
it's gonna sell. That look is what's been popping in the comic book for the past 4 or 5 years anyway. So it don't matter where they sell him, he's gonna sell. No question about that. I don't know if it's been 100% confirmed that it'll be a Walgreens exclusive, but everybody's leaning towards
It was
that.
I believe it was just confirmed today by Todd.
Really?
It's in the computer. It's definitely in the computer as Walgreens.
Yeah, it's
All
definitely
right.
in the Walgreens
All
computer
right,
as
so
Namor.
there you have it. There you have it.
Yeah, it just happened. So not your fault for not knowing. It literally just happened today, I think,
All
or
right, so
yesterday.
yeah,
I think
I have no problem with that. I think the Walgreens has allowed people to get things, and even if you do not have a Walgreens in your area, you know somebody who's got plenty of them in their area, and they'll send you the figures. So
Yeah,
I wouldn't worry
there
about it.
there goes Pharaoh showing the computer
yeah,
screen.
that's pretty much what the computer screen is looking like.
All right.
And I can't really zoom in too much for you to see it, but it definitely has Namor as the exclusive or whatever.
Yeah, I got to
So
cop at least two of those. No question about it.
Yeah, and I think Chico asked what body is it going to be on, and I think it's on the Grim Reaper
Yeah,
/
it looks
Craven
like
body.
it, which is the perfect body for Namor. No question about it.
Yeah, that's the perfect body right there. What's the next question, Emiya?
Next question, John Glebus asks, what suited body figure should Hasbro release with the Chameleon or Coulson body from Marvel Legends? I don't really understand the question.
Oh, I get it.
Like yeah.
Okay, well, if
Purple
you guys
Man.
understand it, answer it.
We got
Purple Man and what's his name? Boog, the cat in the white suit with the actual black face, like literally black.
a Spider-Man villain, dude.
No. I think he's an X-Men villain. Does he have like an all black face with white hair?
I'm not sure you're talking about. There's a Spider-Man villain, Mr. Negative, I think his name is.
Oh, you're right. Okay, he is a Spider-Man villain. Mr.
So
Negative.
that could work. Obviously,
No,
Professor
number
X.
one choice. Number one choice for me would be Purple Man too.
Purple Man, I think will happen. I think we'll get a comic accurate Purple Man. That's so easy. All I got to do is make a nice smirking purple head sculpt and hands. So, that's easy.
You might get Silvermane as well because they already have a head sculpt.
Right,
They might
right.
actually.
Yeah,
Possibly.
may just get Silvermane too. Yeah, at some point.
Professor X is happening, no question about that. That's happening. I'm
Yeah, I mean, we kind of heard rumblings about Professor X like years ago, so I'm
right.
assuming that's
So
still on the docket.
they've
I'm sure.
been, and we've noticed a trend of universe figures that have been scaled up for Legends many times. This has already happened. We've been had the Professor X in the hover chair and the universe line that was fully articulated that you could take out of the chair, and the chair actually came apart at 2 points. So if they continue on that trend, I wouldn't be surprised if Professor X in the hover chair ends up being a builder figure in this X-Men line that's coming out. It's either going to be Xavier, Juggernaut, or Apocalypse, probably one of those three.
Yeah.
But we definitely going to see Xavier in that suited body.
Suited bodies. Apocalypse in the suit.
It's possible. Shit.
Man.
But yeah, Xavier, maybe Mr. Negative, I think that's his name. Purple Man, Tony Stark. That's
It seems like at this point anybody who's been a Spider-Man villain is game because they're fucking
yeah,
pumping out Spider-Man
yeah. You're
villains like it's
right.
nobody's business.
You're right. You're right. Spider-Man is their bread and butter right now. So yeah, you're right.
You'll get
Yeah.
the Norman Osborn figure.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
that
that's a
too.
Yeah,
possibility.
possible. I
I
mean,
don't think they would give us. You know what? I don't think they're going to give us a Norman Osborn figure. I think they'll give us something that has his head and say, "Fuck it, we already gave you 3, 4, 5 suited bodies. Do your own thing." They already
but
know what
pick
it
one.
is. Right.
Yeah, give us a new Green Goblin and then just have the head in there anyway.
Right. Yeah, I
Hopefully
can see
they'll
that.
do. Hopefully, what you really should be concerned with is which suited body you'll get, because hopefully they'll use the banner body and give you more of those instead of keep give you the Coulson body.
Right. Right. Because
That
that
way
was the
you'll
one
be
that
able
was
to
harder to
search.
get. Even though on Amazon over the Christmas holiday and shit, that 4-pack was down to as low as like $30 or something like that.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
if you need that banner body, this is the time to get it on Amazon. $40 for the pack. That's $10 a figure, and pretty much you get 2 really good figures out of the pack, which is the Thor and the banner.
Yeah, arguably, the best Thor.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the next one, Kale?
All right. Do you think Cerrone Games Go ask, do you think we will get a 4-pack of all Death of Superman characters or a re-release of Steel?
Huh?
Now
Say
that's
that.
something. It's going to be major for that to happen. I don't see it just happening on a whim. But especially by being. I mean, you might get a re-release of their original figures, but I don't see them like retooling anything and then say, "Hey, here you guys go."
I didn't hear the question.
The question was, do you think we will get a 4-pack of all the Death of Superman characters or a
Oh,
re-release deal?
that's a good question. Who would do that shit though?
It would have to be probably DC Collectibles, but I mean, unless something happens that makes people like take notice, like, oh, Death of Superman, like probably not. Probably
Is there
that.
an
Probably.
anniversary of the Death of Superman coming up? When? I don't even remember what year that was. What year was that?
I mean, I forget too, but I mean, they might repaint some shit and throw it into a commemorative box and then say, here you go.
I
But I
mean,
don't see them retooling and using all new figures to do that.
I don't know if it's going to happen this year because I doubt we're going to see Superman die in Batman versus Superman. So so if another Superman solo movie comes out and they play on that a little bit, then I can see that happening for sure. But that'll be some years down the line, though.
What's the next question, Kale?
All right. The next question. Going down. Sorry, there's a lot of comments here, so it's kind of.
Yeah, there's a lot of comments.
Doesn't look like there's any more questions. I think that's it.
Hold on, let me see.
Unless you said something. I don't.
There is one. It just doesn't have a question mark on it.
Oh, okay. I was looking for the question mark.
I want to
It
point
says,
out my Missy Knight
if we-
looks better than most people's.
Who did that? Wisman?
Nah,
Harvey.
Chris. Happy Days Customs.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, that
nice.
should look good.
Yeah, the question is, if we get a sixth wave this year, what would you like it to be? The other being Absorbing Man, Red Onslaught, X-Men, Doctor Strange, and the second Spider-Man wave of Marvel Legends.
Yeah, that's the 5 that we know that we getting, huh?
Yeah,
Alright.
if we get a sixth, what would you want it to be?
That's a good question. I think honestly, if we get a 6th wave, it'll probably be another Spider-Man wave, because again, like I said, that's their fucking bread and butter. But what I would like to see is a second X-Men wave. They owe us a bunch of X-Men characters, man.
Yeah, and I think we need to start getting, these important maps. We still don't have a damn Abomination, which is an abomination.
Well, you know what? The Toy Biz Abomination is actually still a very nice looking figure.
Yeah,
That was
next to
great
next to that 2-pack Hulk, it looks like they fit together.
It's a fucking
But,
nice figure. Sculpted, the detail and paint and everything on that figure is nice. I didn't like the ratcheted joints, and it was prone to some breakage on the arm, but it still holds up as a very nice figure, man. But
Yeah, without a doubt.
I'd say X-Men. I'd say another X-Men wave, because there's so many characters that we need from X-Men, like from X-Force, from X-Factor, from regular X-Men. Like, it's so many characters they could still do. So if we get a 6th wave,
we desperately need a new Sinister. We need a lot of stuff from these guys.
yeah, they dropped the ball on that Toy Biz Sinister with it not having a freaking wrist swivel and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, you know what?
That's true, but that figure still look really, really nice.
Yeah, it does.
Speaking of having the suited body, this is gonna seem really obscure, but you know who would be sick to get as a villain for the X-Men in that suited body would be Arcade.
Yeah, yo, you know what? You're right. That would be a good one.
That would be sick. I love Arcade, and that's a suited body right there. So
That would be good.
I would love to have that.
And that's another white suited body too.
Yeah, not another white suit. Yeah, this is what we need. We need more colored suits.
So yeah,
I think
that would be good.
They should just do a villain wave. I think that, like with Spider-Man, you get a lot of villains, but then when you switch it over to like Captain America or like some of the other figures, you just don't get the villains that you should get.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. You know what's funny? That Onslaught wave was originally the Bring on the Bad Guys wave. It was supposed to be those AIM soldiers and all of that shit they were supposed to release with that wave. So if they did an all villains wave, I think it would sell well. I think that would do really well.
Because we definitely need Hellfire Club. I don't.
Yeah, and that's an easy. You just take the fucking you just take that damn Bucky Cat mold and just paint. So it won't even be a cost thing either.
But I think something else as well. As far as like waves go and everything, and like a villain wave would go, I think that it's a good chance to give you the like a Crossbones, an updated Crossbones, because we do need one. I don't really care for the Gorilla Arms King Leg Crossbones. It's another hard. Yeah, it's another hard villain to find. Shit, it escaped. Oh, Ares.
Ares, yeah, man. Where the hell is Ares?
But Dragon, I don't understand why Dragon Man hasn't been re-released, or at least redone into a builder figure. I just don't get it.
And you know what? The original Dragon Man is still a very nice figure too. Shit is very nicely sculpted and detailed and painted and whatever. It could probably use a little more articulation if we get an updated one, but Toy Biz still has some pretty nice figures. Yeah, I just saw what's the Spider-Man? Will Spider-Man's costume in Marvel Civil War have camera shutters for eyes? What?
Camera shutters?
That's what it says here.
Oh yeah, that's an early report coming out right now that he's that his homemade costume will have camera shutter eyes. I don't know. This kind of stuff it doesn't sound far off. Although I wouldn't personally want to see it. It doesn't sound far off. homemade costume, camera shutter eyes. You know, it makes sense.
I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens. I see Tom Holland's been training and getting his acrobatic shit on point, and you know, getting in shape and shit like that. So I'm excited to see what how he plays the role. I'm kind of disappointed that they keep getting these like British actors and shit to play Americans. Like, where's the American actors to
Because,
play
hey man,
Americans?
these British actors, you come over here, they master the little British accent, speak like we speak, and they're just better actors at a lot of shit, man.
Hmm. You know, I'm
Man,
not hating on the kid. I think he'll do all right. But you know, I don't get it.
what else we got?
We have any more questions, KO, or is that it?
Let me look.
While he looked, some of the shit that was hot this week in the group. Obviously, Mike Wang shot with the Kylo Ren, which was the Sunday special on Instagram tonight. That was fire, no question about that. Matt Goldberg had a good shot with the elbow drop with Macho Man, with the new Macho Man that just came out, and he's using those extreme sets backdrops, which look pretty good in pictures. I believe Extreme Sets is at Extreme Sets on Instagram. They follow us, we support them, so they're pretty cool what they have going on. It was a Pokemon shot that was pretty cool from Rizaldi Magsombo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. These are not even articulated figures, I don't think, but it was posted on our Instagram too, and it got people talking about trying to get a consistent Pokemon line from one of these companies. We'll see what Figure Arts does after they drop the Pikachu next year, which myself and Rick have on pre-order for sure.
Yeah, for damn sure.
What else was cool this week? I'm kind of scrolling through the page right now. Oh, I see that my man Seth Fowler got the Purple Revolver A.C.B.A. image of the week with his Spider-Man shot. It was a pretty simple shot, but it was cool. You know, Spider-Man always gets a lot of love. This picture was posted on our Instagram too, and it got a lot of love. I think it's up over 500 by now. Anything Spider-Man, instant, instant 5, 6, 700, no question about it. So yeah, shout out to him for getting the Purple Revolver image of the week. If we fuck with Purple Revolver, they fuck with us. They always do a A.C.B.A. image of the week, so that was cool. My man Drew Cameron had a cool shot where he was utilizing the Tamashi effect underparts, and he's got Spider-Woman taking out some of the Masters of Evil, and he's got some A.C.B.A. cutouts in there, and that looked real clean. I like his work. I like what he's doing.
There was one picture that was kind of inventive. It was of Godzilla coming up, and then they used the wave effects to make it look like
Yeah, that was
angled
nice.
make it look like he was coming out of the water.
Out of the
That
water,
was
yeah, that was very clever, no question about
yeah,
that.
that
My
was
man
pretty clever.
Darius had a cool picture with the Rebel Tech Ultron smashing Captain America's shell. I'm not sure what effect part he used right
That
there.
bullshit.
That was cool though.
Oh.
It was a cool picture. My man Jeremy Lee had a nice picture with Daredevil, with the first appearance Daredevil, and a building and moon backdrop, which looked really good. Got a lot of love. You know what?
There
I
was
like the Brandon Deichler's picture too with the new Batman animated series, Gods and Monsters, Big Three, from that movie.
oh yeah, that was a good
Best
picture. He
picture.
really
Best
clean and
picture on the
simple.
page. It got deleted, but this is the best picture.
Damn, that's a heat. That's a heater right there.
Tabletop. That was a heater. Oh, my man Mervin had a nice picture, which was highlighted in his episode, his weekly or monthly installment of Motto, and it was Galactus holding the Miles Morales Spider-Man, and he used like a cutout of the hand and arm of
Yeah, that was
Galactus.
lit.
You know what? Who else has a good shot was Michael Amsberg as always. You know, he just did an earthquake coming out with
Yeah, that was nice. I like that a lot.
you know
I definitely like that.
his shots are always
Yeah,
good.
it's just consistent heat. You know, a lot of people don't fuck with the wrestling shit, so they don't show it love sometimes. But like, he's consistently good with the shit that he's putting out. And if you are a 70s or 80s baby, you could relate to 90% of the shit that he's posting. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh, without a doubt.
my man Johnny Flores had a nice panel shot with Spider-Man and Craven, which was
Yeah, that was
fire.
dope.
Yeah, that was real nice. My
Oh,
man,
Pharaoh had that. Pharaoh had that shot where Jack o' Lantern was
yeah,
riding
riding
on his.
towards the what's her name, Gwen Stacy Spider-Man. Yeah, that was really
Yeah, Gwen Stacy.
nice.
That was a good picture too.
Who else? Again, Michael Amsberg's had a couple of things. He had the Ted DiBiase picture with the money on the table, which was nice too. I see a picture here from Danny Garcia with Flash on a treadmill with the Tamashi Effect Thunder parts again. Effect Thunder got a lot of love this week.
Jim Barodian or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
He has the picture with the Lego. I don't know, Batman versus Superman. Lego shot here.
I didn't see that one. I missed that one.
Yeah, this is pretty nice.
That looks good. What else? Danny Garcia had another shot here with Link versus Zero. That looked pretty clean. It was real crisp. It was real clear.
John Alvin. This picture's nice too with Ultron versus Captain America.
Yeah, that was nice with the panels. Brian Hickey had a good shot with that backdrop that he likes to use of I guess the diorama that he built, and he's got Ray and Chewbacca together. That was nice.
Sino Hario. This is really dope.
Yeah, I just like that picture. It's Hot Toys.
Yeah, I almost thought it was a movie still for a second.
That was nice. Casey Porter had a nice shot with the Gundam and these little minifigures here, and that was posted on our Instagram as well. Oh, you know what I like? I like this picture from Terrell Curtis that was had the DC Icons Lex Luthor holding Superman and like some containment thing or whatever.
Right.
That was real clever. That was nice. It got a lot of love.
You know, it's crazy. Terrell has been doing that with that setup for, I want to say, 4 years.
He finally got it right, huh? Oh, my man Chico just hit me up. He said, don't forget about the Acid Rain pick from DeMarcus. Yeah, that was nice. He posted that today. That was real nice.
It was. Jose did too.
You know what? I liked Cedric's picture with Andre the Giant choking Bam Bam Bigelow on the ropes. That was nice.
Oh yeah, that was a good picture too.
I see Logan Stark's picture with Venom and Ben Reilly Spider-Man. He's got the A.C.B.A. tendrils in there. That looks real nice. It looks real 90s reminiscent. What else was good? I mean, it was a lot of good shit this week. Sinestro posted that picture with again with with the Effect Thunder parts and the Figure Arts Hulk punching the Revoltech Ultron. And he's got some A.C.B.A. cutouts in there that look good.
Sal did the one with Bigfoot. That was really nice too, man.
Yeah, I saw that today. That was real nice. I like that one. What figure is that?
That's from the I forget that line. It's
from John St. John.
Yeah.
It's the monster series. You know, they have the
Yeah, I really like that picture too. That was
the
nice.
werewolf. They have all that stuff.
Who else got some nice stuff?
Can you guys, anybody watching the podcast? I mean, I'm not knocking anybody, but man, can y'all stop this shit for real? like seriously. I mean, I understand that.
I couldn't see it. What is it?
It's a Game of Thrones figures, if I'm not mistaken, with the fucking Stormtrooper, the red and white one. I don't know.
Scale, like just always think about scale when you posting some shit. Like, come on, especially if it's outdoors. You like, do what you got to do. Move some shit out of the way. Like, get the right shot. Just
this shit's getting
scale
old
it properly. Oh
God.
Stormtrooper heads.
Right, like
you know what? This picture was nice too, and I like that he went back and he grinded it out. Ing Jen E, where he did the Star Wars version of the New Avengers shot with the ninjas coming down, but he did it with the Stormtroopers and Kylo Ren and shit.
Oh yeah,
that was nice.
That was nice.
That was very nice, clever. That got a lot of love. That's almost at 400 right now in the group. Oh, Jeremy Lee's picture of which was a take on that Spider-Man cover where he's got the Spider-Man and Spider-Woman and they all on the building on the fire escape. That was
Right.
real nice. And yo, a lot of these people that were competing in the tournament took time off from getting their entries together, and we got a calendar that we just dropped on the A.C.B.A website that has all exclusive, never before seen new photos on this calendar, and the calendar looks fucking dope. It's dope. Period.
That's
January
the
through
one.
December. Huh?
Is it? That's the one. It's
Right.
done already.
That's Pharaoh's got pictures on it. Jeremy Lee, Al Chang, Shannon Bowie, just about everybody. A good amount of people that you could think of that's actually competing in the tournament right now, or just have heat consistently. Have pictures in the calendar. And it's not only the main picture that is at the top of the calendar, but for specific dates throughout the months, there are other pictures there. We highlight when movies are coming out and when different things are coming out. And the calendar looks phenomenal. So jump on that. Support the calendar, support these guys and what they're doing. Some of these guys have some different things going on with their local comic shops, where the local comic shops will be carrying the calendar too. But what it is that the A.C.B.A website has a calendar for what'll probably end up being the cheapest price. So real talk, get you a calendar right now. It's $12. It's a good price, and for what you get in, it's the essence of A.C.B.A. So check out articulatedcomicbookart.com, and not only right now is the calendar up, but we got a lot of merchandise up right now. The beanies are up, T-shirts are up, buttons, tote bags, everything. So we just trying to get people to kind of rep the brand and rep the movement in a positive light, and that's what it is. But the calendar is freaking nice. So are the beanies. I would jump on that stuff if you watch it. So that was a little quick plug. But
Before
yo,
before you
go
end it up, Boog, I just wanted to say this kid, Muhammad. I don't even know if he's a kid, so let me not say that. I can't really tell. Muhammad Khalid.
Yeah, yo, he's grinding. I know what
Yeah,
you're talking
man, dude.
about.
I'll look at this picture, man. This
Yeah,
is
it's nice. It's not. You know
yeah,
what it is? I just think he needs to work on his lighting and get his clarity right. But you know what I'm saying? But like as far as his posing and shit, he's on his grind, no question about that.
yeah,
And
definitely.
he's been grinding it out and watching and learning and doing his thing. Like he's like another one of these young cats. I think he's a younger cat, but he's one of these cats that have definitely benefited from being in a group and just taking feedback and not getting butt hurt or getting mad about nothing and just doing his thing. So yeah,
Right.
that picture is good. It's fundamentally good with the posing and its cutout placement and everything. It's a very good picture, no doubt. So yeah, man, I think we good. It's 10 o'clock. We've been going for like 2.5 hours, I think.
You don't want to answer any more questions?
We got
We have
more?
we
We
have
have a
we have like, we have like 2 or 3 more.
All right, go ahead, shoot him.
All right. This one, Mato 3000 asks, will they do a movie-inspired Panther once Civil War comes out this year? What do you guys think?
Yeah, definitely. We talked about that
It
last
depends.
week.
It depends on who you're asking about. If you're asking about Hasbro, yes. If you're asking about Marvel Select, yes. If you're asking about Figure Arts, I don't know, but I hope so.
Yeah, I think it's no question Figure Watch is going to do a Black Panther. They're going to capitalize on that big time. That
All
figure's
right.
going to end up being worth crazy money on the secondary market. Watch. You're going to get all of these like black people that ain't never bought a figure in their life buying that shit. Watch.
I thought
Right.
black people don't like Black Panther. I thought black people don't like Black Panther. Is that true? Or
Nah,
do black people like Black Panther?
nah, they're going to be on that shit. Trust me. Trust me.
All right. John Gibis asks, Pizza Spider-Man or McFarlane Spider-Man? Which one is better?
Mm, I wouldn't say that piece of Spider-Man is over McFarlane yet. I don't know. That's a tough question.
In my opinion, I think the McFarlane Spider-Man has better details because the web lines and everything are sculpted.
Definitely.
I think the articulation of range is probably a little bit better on the new one. And the fun factor is better on the new one, but the look of the McFarlane Spider-Man, I think, is still probably the best.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah.
I'm with you there.
For,
It may be like another 2 years before we finally settle and admit that Pizza Spidey is a superior one, maybe.
Well, I mean, Pizza Spidey has more functionality. I mean, he has the multiple hands. He has a changeable head. There's more stuff you can do with the figure.
No doubt. The fun factor is through the roof.
If McFarlane Spider-Man had the multiple hands and the multiple heads, and we could, this would be a little bit more, even. But
I wouldn't even trust that like from Toy Biz or anything. No
you're afraid it would fall apart.
That should have fallen apart. Okay.
But I mean, no one can deny the detail. Toy Biz used to put a lot of detail in their figures, which is why they're probably not in business anymore.
Right.
They would use a lot more. They reused a lot of parts, but they also had a lot of new parts. They were not as organized as how Hasbro has been. Where they're much more. They keep things in check, make sure they keep within a budget and everything. You got the impression sometimes Toy Biz must have made no money. When they made action figures.
Well, I mean, yeah, Hasbro learned a lot from the mistakes of Toy Biz. No question.
Yeah. But McFarlane Spider-Man is, it's a lot of people's favorite, so it's hard to say. But functionality, if we're just speaking totally unbiased, I'd say just speaking playability, functionality, definitely the Pizza Spider-Man, the new one is better. So. All right, next question is by DJ. What do you think the SDCC exclusive will be this year? Well, 2016.
It's a good question. I don't know, man. for Legends, it could be anything, man. I don't know.
Last year was Doctor Strange, right? What movie? Do we have any movies coming out? What's the movies coming out?
Well, the movies this year from Marvel is just Civil War and well, Doctor Strange is coming out this year too.
So what's the movies for 2017? Rick, what are the movies for 2017?
Ragnarok, Age of Ultron, not Age of Ultron, Infinity War. And,
Part 1, right? Yeah,
is that 2017 Infinity War?
Maybe I'm wrong on that one.
Okay, well, if you're going by that pattern, then maybe something to do with Thor, maybe a Thor box set. I don't know. It could really be.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
I got the release.
It was a Peter Parker.
Okay, next is Civil War, Doctor Strange. After that is Guardians of the Galaxy. And then is Spider-Man in 2017. And Ragnarok.
Well, it won't be a Spider-Man box set, if anything, just because we already get plenty of that in the regular waves already. But who knows? It could really be anything, I guess. We'll see.
You know what? If you were to have me guess, just my personal thing, I would assume it would be a harken back to the original Civil War storyline, and it would be a Civil War box set with the Pizza Spider-Man, kind of altered to look like Iron Spider, and have other characters from that storyline or something like that. I don't know.
I mean, what was popular this year in the comic books? What was like a really popular thing in comic books this year?
Gwenpool was really popular this year.
Oh God, I don't want to see that.
Everyone's favorite Gwenpool.
I don't want to see that. But I people talked about Spider-Verse. I could still see them doing something with Spider-Verse as a SDCC.
Yeah, that could still happen too. We'll see. Very hard to predict, but definitely going to be something good.
I just want a Peter Parker figure. I think we're long overdue for an actual Peter Parker figure.
We need a Peter Parker figure. Oh, that's a good guess too. Some guy actually put a thing, his guess, and he put a Illuminati box set. That would be cool too.
Yeah. You know what? That would be good. I mean, I guess we could get another. Well, I don't know, because we're already going to get another 2 Doctor Strange figures in the wave that's supposed to be coming out with Doctor Strange. But I could see them doing an Illuminati set, some variation of that group though. I could see that. Yeah. Maybe a Beast, maybe a Beast figure.
What looks to be, the final question is going to be a good question because it comes back full circle to A.C.B.A. advice. Michael Rodriguez asks, what is the best way to do lighting with photography and get rid of the shadows?
That's a good question.
What do you guys have to tell him?
Simple
Probably.
thing you could do: 3 lights. Three
Yeah,
lights
I'll
set
take
up.
3 lights.
You need 3 nice white lights, and then if you want to get fancy and you're able to get another colored light to go on top of that, just to accent everything, then that's good. But your basic 3 light setup in a triangular kind of fashion, 2 lights against that backdrop, and a nice bright light overhead over the figures, and you should be good. It's really just the backdrop that you want to illuminate and make sure that you're not getting no shadows on the backdrop. Make sure the figures are not too close to the backdrop. But that's something that you could set up easy. Some nice construction paper, some nice bright lights against the backdrop, and a light overhead, and you'll get that nice, bright, vibrant backdrop that you see some of these guys doing, and it'll come out nice. It'll come out good. 3 lights. That's basic.
All
Yep.
right. I think that's all the questions. Emiya, did I miss any, or was that all the questions?
No, I was mute this whole time. Anyway, what I was saying was basically you want even contained lighting. That's basically what what Boog was explaining.
The
You need the light
symmetry
to
of the
be
light is
contained,
important. No
symmetry,
question.
and then you need it to be even.
Yeah, no
So,
question.
all right. Mm, let's see.
Yeah, the symmetry of the lighting is very important. And you
Yep.
want to use you don't want to use 3 different well, you want at least 2 of your lights to be the same type of light, same type of bulb. You don't want to use like 3 totally different light sources, because again, it won't be even. It's not going to look as clean. It's not going to look right. So
Yeah.
when you go out and you buy a lamp, you want to buy 2 of one particular lamp at least, if
And you
not all
want
3.
the lights to be also contained. So you don't want an outside light source coming in that will pretty much dim your light. You want the light to be contained in a specific area, and that's basically what will give you a very bright. And since the light is even, it won't cast any shadows or anything. So, and it looks like that might be all the questions.
All right,
All
well,
right.
a good week, man. A good episode. If you didn't watch this live, it'll be ready to go by tomorrow morning, I guess. Tomorrow about 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, something like that, maybe a little earlier. And thanks for viewing. Thanks for kicking it with us. Again, check out the A.C.B.A website. Check out the A.C.B.A fan page right now and click the direct link to watch all the videos from round 3. It's about 2 hours left for people to submit their video and for it to be on time, a little under 2 hours. So there'll still be another 5 or 6 videos coming in. There's supposed to be 25 videos for this final round. So watch them. Support the artists. Like, comment, share, all of that good stuff. And we'll talk to you guys next week. All right, y'all. Peace.
Goodbye,
Later.
everyone.